There you go. How we all going? Hold on. John Arch and Jess and Alexa. Hope you're going to drop in. Just finish listening to Howard. It's on the live. It's on the stream there. Just click on that one. Hey, Johnny. You're going to click on John? Come on there for a minute if you want to. Just going to keep sending it out on Twitter as well. Just going to do that while if you want to cut on in. I'll put it up on my messenger. So that's already up there. I have Facebook Messenger and Hominoid only. You can put it there. Where is it? Place it there. This is to everybody, I suppose. She comes up. Anyway, see Peter comes in. Put that on that one. Give me a second, John. I'll come back to you. Put that again. And hello, John. How are you? You're on.
Hey, honey. How's it going? Your knee doing better?
Good, actually. Yeah, good. Actually, it's turn the stupid TV off. Would help turn the TV remote in the right way, wouldn't it? So, where's the rest of the family? I thought Jess and Alexa might have dropped over there for a minute.
I gave a call for everyone to come over, so I guess just give them a minute. They're probably waiting for your live stream to show up on their notification bar.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I actually, I tried something different yesterday. I went for a drive down to Byron Bay. You
How'd that work out?
Well, you heard of Byron Bay. You've always heard me talk about it.
Yeah, I hear you talk about it all the time, but I've never really looked
But you
up
don't know what it is. Yeah, okay. Well, it originally started out as a whaling town on the most easterly point of Australia, and they had a little petrol engine used to go out and bring in all the whale carcasses about 80 years ago. Well, I met the guy who owned that on my channel. He's now virtually retired, and they're now put it down inside, I know it's a railway station as a museum piece. It's called the Frog, F-R-O-G, Frog. It's a green little locomotive, and it's only about 10 foot long.
Ain't that big?
Yeah, I know, it's not very small. We used to go out on the timber wharf. You know, like the timber wharfs they built out, like I have in Florida and all that. And they have like
where
that,
they put
what do you call it? Wharf
snack
or pier?
stands.
Piers.
It's basically a pier wharf. It depends on where you're at.
Same words over here. Anyway, they put that somewhere, and it used to, in my video where this is for you, Howard, and my friend Neil blows a horn on my train down there at Byron Bay. That's actually my train. That's my train driver. That's why he did it. Well, I'm his boss.
Like fun.
Well, it's a great thing about being a boss. You say, hey, now listen, Neil, when you get up here and say, this is for you, Howard, blow the horn, give him a dirty look. And before I could even really line the camera up, it was a bit too quick. I just caught him in time. That's why it's very fast at the beginning of the video. I was about to say, hang on, I haven't set up yet. And and that's why he turned around, puts his bald head around and goes, this is for you, Howard. and he laughed his head off. After we did that, we drove up the train tracks, and it's a very big controversial thing going on up here at the moment. Big fight between railway lines and cycleways. Right, it's sort of, you got to get a map out on your end and have a look. You'll see the town is called Casino. It is not a casino. It is a town called Casino.
That's
and
confusing.
uh, and it runs to the where I am here at the Wollumbar, and the Byron Bates solar power train is what I started up way back in 2006. Before I got into YouTube, I used to only go on Panorama Photos, and I used
Hmm.
to use that. And I put down a business plan on Panorama Photos, and I thought, well, I didn't know who was up here, and everybody was looking at Panorama Photos on Google when they wanted to go somewhere because nobody used to watch YouTube. I heard about YouTube, but I didn't know anything about it. See? And another guy called Brian, who owns the resort at Byron Bay, next to which is my station, he threw in about $1 million plus to buy the solar power for the train.
Hmm.
So Howard, this is all
Well,
relevant.
how many trains did he buy? That doesn't sound like a whole lot if there's a few tracks
No, no,
for
no,
it.
no, no, no. It's one train on one bit of
Hmm.
track, one point. It's about 2 mile long. That's all we
Oh,
use. That's all we use. We use it as a tourist train. It's 2 miles long, right?
okay.
And of course, Byron Bay now is turning into like a city,
Hmm.
but we are 1,000 or 800 miles north of Sydney, and the New South Wales government does not see it up there. They just forget about us.
Hmm.
So
That's the
Sydney,
good
where
thing
I
about it.
used to live, yeah, well, where I used to live, remember I used to sit there in the house with that brown board behind me? That
Yeah,
house was actually making me sick.
I can
I found that.
imagine. I would assume most of the sickness would come from a house like that.
Yeah, well, it was, as I said, and Jack and Howard don't get it. They don't, well, I'm going to say it on here. I don't think they really give a fuck. Um, but I was there for 4 months every day. That's why you guys never have ever hardly ever seen me. I kept saying, working on the house, I'm emptying out the house with that bung left knee with the bones sticking into the joint like that.
Hmm.
And I
Yeah.
was in absolutely agony. I mean, I was even offering guys $150 a day to come around and help me move out. And no bastards come up because they said, oh, no, 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 I'm busy. I've got a girlfriend. I'm doing this. I've got to do the shopping. I thought, you're just a bunch of bludgers. And that's all they are. They're just lazy.
I
I
fucking
mean, if
went
somebody
all
offered you,
out my way
if
for
I
like
offered you $150 a day, wouldn't you take it for cash in hand?
cash in hand. Hell yeah. Just move some shit. Sure.
Well,
That'd be
they
an easy
wouldn't.
job.
Mate, I even got you can see that video. It's coming now 10th favourite. Loud Liam. It's if you look at my YouTube and you go into my videos and you click the thing on the top left and it says push it and it says the most popular played. I think it's about the 10th one down. Loud Liam. You see a red car goes ba 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 ba. That one. I
Hmm.
actually gave him two Holden Commodore motors were about just over $1,000 each. Two of them and a gearbox. Promised to come over do some work and $50 cash, and he never showed up.
Jesus. Don't
Yeah,
just give that shit away, man. You gotta at least
what
keep at
what was
least
he going to
one
do
of
with it?
those around so he actually shows up.
Well, I wasn't going to drag on two Holden Commodore engines all the way up here, and I don't even own a Holden Commodore. I just didn't care. I was in so much pain, mate. I'm not. See, you know, I
Hmm.
told Jack and Howard ages ago what I'm worth. They seen me house up there at Corridor. They seen it, and they just went, "Oh right, yeah, okay." Just like off the back of the head. And then remember that stream we did. Um, Jack and Howard, Daniel come in, and I said what I was worth. And then one day I was sick, and somebody quoted on the chat. They said, "Oh, that's that crazy Australian guy, Jack's friend. I think there's something wrong with him." And then I end up going off to hospital because ivermectin kept talking to me on the chat, and he said, "Call the ambulance. Call the ambulance." Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that. That
Yeah,
was
I really went to hospital. I really went to hospital. And that's why I come back and I said, Ivor actually saved my life. I was so, delirious. I couldn't even focus on where it was. All I could see was my mobile phone in front of me, like that. That's all I could see.
yeah, it was.
I was that sick. I couldn't even focus where I was. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what time of the day it was, and it was like as if Ivor was standing there right there talking to me. And he said, "You call an ambulance," and I did, and that's why I come back on the show the next time. I said, "Ivor really did save my life," and he did. Ivor
It's the
Mecklin,
weirdest
he
thing.
really
We
did.
still haven't seen him show up on any of our channels yet. I see
Well,
him on Twitter on occasion, but
yeah, I know.
he doesn't really
He's
chat with
moved on.
us.
I've gone on his channel. I watch his channel all the time. Hello, hang on. What's somebody doing in the private chat? Who's that? Let's have a look.
Yeah, it's just me.
Oh, okay. I don't know who else is anybody else on the stream? I can't tell on this stupid computer. I haven't got
I
it set
see
up
2
yet.
likes on the stream right now, so someone
Is
might
there
be
many?
lurking.
Somebody's there, is he? Oh well, must they
I
want to
think
come in?
so.
Oh, wait. I better put an invite up on Twitter. I think I forgot to do that one.
Hang on, I can do that right now too.
Oh, you
One
gonna
sec.
tweet it?
Yep, I managed to get back on.
You what?
I managed to get back on Twitter. I'm the guy with
You've
the
actually.
very pointy hood. You'll see me. You'll know when you see me.
Right. Okay. So you just tweeted too, did you? All right. Well, I'll just put it out there myself. Just gonna lose it to loading up a bit. Yeah, the laptop I bought. That video made Howard took me shopping. Look what Howard bought me. That's when I bought this and all everything else. I was doing that. I don't think Howard and that get it why I make up funny videos like that. It was just a bit of fun of it, because I don't want to say. I'm just going to type join in on hominoid. There you go. That'll do. See, I'm not like Jack. I mean, Jack likes to set up a schedule.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
do
sure,
whatever.
that's good for some people, but it's easier just to do it like spontaneously.
Yeah, I do. That's the way I like to do it. Like yesterday, I had Mr. Kid come on. Mr. C Kid, KIDD. You know how you had a kid, the outlaw in America. I think you did. He had a kid, didn't you?
Yeah, we had a few of them.
Yeah.
A
Well,
few of
he's
them
how.
went by Kid. Don't
Yeah.
remember off the top
Well.
of my head.
Yeah. Well, I
Yeah, I
can't
see him in
remember either
chat on
moment.
occasion.
Well, my bloody alarm clock went off early this morning for when Howard got me up there last week with Jack, and that's why I kept left in the comments, "Where are you? Cook me breakfast in bed," and all that sort of thing. First on the chat on their show just gone, because Jack rang up. He said to me, he said, "Oh, when you want to come? You want to come on Sunday night?" I said, "Oh, okay, you're right. Come on Sunday night." And he told me the time, and I looked at it and I said, 5 a.m. my time, Monday morning, 5 a.m. And I said to him, and he said, "Oh, how are you?" I said, "Well, considering it's still dark outside, I just had to get up out of bed at 4:30 in the morning." And of course, he's then has his show, blah blah blah. Looks at the videos, that was all good, and then he sat there looking bored, and he said, "Oh, what's this next video?" And then Howard, like the one there with the train, he thought that was good, and the kid, and Jack just sat there and went, like this sort of. I thought, "Oh, okay, all right." He usually, I don't know. I don't know if Jack lost interest in me or what. I don't know. It's because of last year when I done all that porn on Twitter I sent him.
That's probably what it was. He doesn't really trust you when you send shit to him anymore, so
He what?
he doesn't really trust you when you send shit to him anymore because he assumes it's going to be some weird stuff. So,
Oh, that's put him off, has it?
yeah.
Hey? Oh, God, I say mucking around with him. See, how all that started, but they all forget it, is that they started it.
Eh,
See,
they
see,
got goldfish
him,
memories.
see, Cosmic, Howard, Jack, and Daniel were all shit-stirring me around about something about grinder. And I said, oh, what? And I was thinking electrical grinder where you grind down a bit of metal.
Yeah, I
And they
vaguely
thought it
remember
was
that. It's
funny.
been a hot
They
minute.
thought it was funny, right? And I thought, well, what the hell is grinder? Right. Now, I don't even swear on camera, so I'll just let a nip out. But anyway, so about that. I've been in business for what, 40 odd years of my life. Um, and I thought, okay, what's this grinder then? So when I then had the car crash and the car hit the tree, remember that? And I straightened out my
Yeah,
back. My
you were
spine
gone
actually,
for a good minute when that happened.
hey?
Yeah, I remember when
So,
you had the car crash, you were gone for a good minute before you came back to us.
yeah, well, no. I mean, no, I wasn't on air with you when I had the car crash. I I hit the tree and it
Mm-hmm.
actually straightened my spine, and then I actually felt I still got the scar on my neck up here,
Mm.
where the seatbelt grabbed me, and it was a two-door Hyundai called a Getz. I don't know if you got them over there. They're very light little car.
Yeah, they're tiny.
Yeah, and I only got it because the red Vectra, which is the one that Jack wrecked my car, and then hello, autonomous zones here.
Hmm? Oh, we
Your
got someone
stuff
on the stream.
doesn't bother me, and it's funny. I've just been really busy lately with my research and such. I've been having a lot of family issues as well, things outside the show itself. Hang on, so is that Jack talking or is that Howard?
I think that's Jack. He's got a baby on the way, so that's probably what he's
Take
talking
a
about.
take a back burner. What? What? What's take a back burner? What's that mean?
Take a back burner is just like things that aren't immediately relevant to his life have to take a rain check on getting his attention,
Right.
which
Yeah.
he gets back to
So
later.
yeah. Well, anyway, okay, Jack, seeing you there.
Get on here,
Somebody,
Jack. Don't be a pussy.
yeah. Go stroke your pussy, Jack. I know. I know it's a red one. He bought a red furry one, like how it's beard. Yeah.
Ugh,
Um.
they keep trying to pretend they're not
No.
weirdos. I
Well,
don't understand it.
I sent I sent this picture of this guy who was sitting there, and it would have been about 15 inches long up between his legs, sitting straight up underneath his chin,
Jeez.
and the English on it wasn't very good. It didn't really make sense. Oh, hang on, he's writing someone else's. My dad had a serious injury, and my younger brother ran away. Lots going on. Oh, okay, Jack. Well, you don't have to
Oh
tell me
shit.
that. So I
That
mean,
sucks, man.
well, see, that's it, Jack. See, over here on this channel, you can talk about it. But actually, I
Yeah.
won't say any more. I won't actually. I don't broadcast my chat. So sorry, Jack. I won't broadcast anymore. If you write anymore, I'll keep it private. All right. So just John and I can see it. Yes, the leg's still bad. Anyway, when I hit the tree, Daniel was tormenting me about grinder, and then Daniel turned around and said to Jack, "I've got to tell you all something." And he turned around and he said, "I'm gay." And Jack
I
turned around
knew
and
it.
said, and I went, I knew it because I'd already sat twice with Daniel in McDonald's. And even when I would turn around and put the camera on Daniel that time with the two German boys. So, Jack, I don't know if anybody remembers it, but I do have a photographic memory. Like I can time slot everything,
Yeah.
And Daniel was sitting there checking out the blonde haired guy, and he didn't think I noticed. You see what I mean? And I went, oh, okay. But I mean, I worked at King's Cross train station for 2.5 years. I drove a cab for 17.5 years. I picked up drag queens, transvestites, transsexuals. I picked up politicians. I drove the former New South Wales Governor General home, some Roden Cutler. I drove Whoopi Goldberg, Poison, Midnight Oil, Home and Away, NXS, Peter Garrett. I can tell you where Peter Garrett, the bald guy who sings in the Australian Outback song, Peter Garrett. I know exactly
Oh,
where he
him?
lives. Yeah, him. I know exactly. He lives at Randwick.
Hmm.
It's a suburb called Randwick, which is you probably heard of a place called Coogee Beach. Americans say Coogee Beach. It's called Coogee, Coogee.
Oh, so that's how you
Um,
say that. Okay.
yeah, Coogee.
Huh.
Well, see, I really want to try and teach Americans about Australia because, I mean, to me, it's so far away. I'm too old for me now to go over there again. I've been over
Hmm.
there heaps of times, but see, second and all them don't believe it. So don't hear me or. Uh,
Hmm.
no, I'm not. No, Jack, I'm not going to tell them how much you love me and how much you care about me. No, I'm not going to read that out loud.
If you want to brag
Jack's,
about how much you love him, you gotta come on for the
yeah, I
chat
know.
stream
But
with
look,
us.
I know Jack loves me. I mean, I love Jack to death, actually. I'm going to tell you something now, Jack. You're in my will. No, he is. No, when I drop dead, Jack's going to get something.
Oh boy, this is gonna
No,
be fun.
no, and you,
Oh, me? Oh, cool.
and you, and Howard. See, because it's not up to me to find you. I don't need your addresses. I give it to my lawyer, and a lawyer they contract an American embassy over here. They show you videos like say past YouTube pictures, whatever. They send it over there. They find some private eye. Oh yeah, that's this guy. There he is over there. Jack gives me a little bit of information where he is at the moment. It's in my head. You're over where are you, Missouri or somewhere, Tennessee or somewhere around that
Tennessee.
way. Well,
Yeah.
Tennessee, and I got no family left over here. I got my own brother. Now I think he's probably got about 9. He's trying to get 8 to 9 million now. He's just trying to get up to that height, and it's a real I don't care attitude. Like I was talking to him last night.
Hmm.
What do you mean I was doxxed? What the hell does doxxed mean on Twitter?
It means your housing information or otherwise personal information is released to the public.
Well, what was said that was so relevant? That
Mm,
that was my rental house. It's not my house. Is that what you're talking about,
probably
Jack?
is.
I don't know. It was a rental house. I kept telling everybody it was a work house. Right. How? Right. I'll explain what happened, John. I was living in my big mobile home bus, and I
Yeah,
travelled
I can
around.
relate.
Right.
I can relate. I'm living in a mobile home thing right now.
Right. Okay. And I was happy. Your real name and city and number of post on. Who posted that, Jack? Was that Daniel? Did he? Oh, I think Jack will be typing away like mad on the keyboard.
Oh damn, he's typing like I am.
Is he? I don't know. Well, that's all right. But that was on Twitter. So who the hell is going to go back that far back?
There's
Yeah,
always some weirdo on Twitter that would do it.
yeah.
But I mean,
But I think Jack's saying that was Daniel. Was
mm,
that Daniel that doxed me, Jack?
uh,
And
that's
that
what
be
he's
all.
saying. And yeah, that's what looks like that's what he's saying. But apparently he deleted it.
Yeah, but Jack, was that Daniel that wrote my name in the suburb where I lived in St Mary's? I don't care. It was 19 de Brinket Avenue, North St Mary's. Who cares? It was a rented house. Mate, I had the cops there every day or every second day. I had the police dropping in every second day because I got attacked there. And I got a
Mm.
court order put out the police had to make regular visits. I even had one of the coppers in a video once and they said, no, take it down.
Aw, that's no fun. Ah, fucking pigs.
Yes, it was,
Speaking of
but
Twitter,
he
I'm
got
gonna
mad
send
and
you a
deleted it.
link to my account so that way you can
Well,
remember who
Jack,
I am.
he should. he should feel bad
It's
about
a
it.
private chat.
No, I didn't know anything about this because I didn't know how to use Twitter. I was only mucking around with it. I didn't even know how to use it. And then Howard made the comment. He said, how would I keep sending out all these different tweets and all these different groups and all these different things? And I didn't realize I was sending off to 5 different people, then 7 different people, and then 4 different people. And then, but I always included Jack and Howard. So I didn't know how to use this stupid thing because I don't know I'm not into electronics. I'm still not into electronics, right? That's why now I've got this young guy up in
Yeah, I don't get
Toowoomba.
it that much either.
Yeah, no, well, I got a young guy in Toowoomba. You can look at my show yesterday, Mr. Kid. He come in there and he puts up all my videos.
Mm.
What's this? It's a Ray Epps. Oh, what's a Ray Epps? What's Ray Epps? Cosmic.
Ray Epps
Stop that.
is Ray Epps is a guy during the January 6th Fed Up. He was a white bald dude that was working for the CIA at the time, I believe, and
Mm.
he was an instigator for people uh, going into the meeting to the Senate House to get people arrested. He was just a giant glowy, nothing more. He's running
Giant glowy. We
around
don't
at
even
large
use that
somewhere.
term. We don't even use that term, giant glowy. We don't use terms like Ray Epps. See, Cosmic, you refer to American people in your news articles and whatever, and you think everybody down here in Australia reads American newspapers. We don't. We're not interested in American newspapers. The only thing we know about America is what they put up on free to air TV or what documentaries we want to look at or movies on YouTube or Netflix or whatever. Our life here in Australia is about Australia. We got the only country in the world surrounded by water. We don't have adjoining countries like you have, Mexico. Oh, hello, user. You have
Oh, user
Australia
got
here
here?
too.
Cool.
Yeah, he's here.
Sub.
Um, anyway, what was I getting back to? Yeah, let's get back to Daniel. Yeah, so I went down there. Now, Jack said, quote, now Jack's still there, I think. Jack said, quote, oh, we just arranged a date or something between two Australians are going to join up together, Homie and Daniel. And then I travelled with my bung leg and my bung back, remember, because I couldn't hardly ever walk. I used to call it, I was running that workhouse as a full workshop, right? I was making about 2, 3 grand a week, right? And my
Mm-hmm.
rent was 270 a week.
Oof.
Wait a minute. The house next door was 550 a week.
Well,
I was half the price. But I had 2 driveways either side. I had a carport underneath the back at the back door. I had a double garage, which is in the videos when you see the one leaving 19, and I had the back shed way down the back. I fitted it out. My personal self, with 15 amp power points, the big, longer, the put in
those big power
weldings.
strip things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I fitted in the big circuit breakers. I put in the heavy power cables all the way down through the walls. I put in all the new extra water taps around the place. There's only one water tap in the whole stupid house. I put in 5. Um, I put power points down into the garage, which when I said to Jack, I said, "Oh, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of the workhouse. I'm going." Well, apparently my landlord apparently watched the show.
Hmm.
So he then decided, and then I said to Jack, I want to leave before my birthday or be out by December,
Yeah, boy.
right? And then he's seen this. My landlord's seen it because I've now discovered it on his Facebook.
Oh, this is gonna be fun, isn't it?
Yes, so he discovered, oh, Neil's going to walk out on me. So then he's turned me and knocked on my door and said, here, plant a tree in the backyard on the Saturday. On the Tuesday, he's gone to the real estate agent, rang him up and said, oh, tell Neil, hominoid, sorry, Neil. Yeah, okay, right. My first name's Neil. Right, N-E-I-L.
Hmm.
Anyway, so there you go. Now you know, John. Anyway.
Oh
Um,
no.
yeah.
Eh.
Danvers buyback. What's that? We are going. We are going to the capital. What's that mean?
Oh, it's the line the Ray Epps guy was saying. We're gonna go to the Capitol. Shut up and listen. We're probably gonna get arrested, and just a
Yeah.
bunch of other
Anyway,
buzzwords. Just ignore them.
yeah, just typical Cosmic. Anyway, Roman on American meteorologies. Anyway, really, Cosmic, you really are my toy album. You really are my toy album, as you are. It's an Aboriginal word. It means he's a pretty place by the water.
I wouldn't
So does,
say pretty. Well, no, he
yeah,
did shave a lot, so he's got the buttery smoothness
I
going
know.
for him.
I noticed the fur was gone there the other day, and then all of a sudden it's sort of regrown back again. I mean, it's like a weed. It keeps growing back. I mean, anyway,
Yeah.
getting back to Daniel. So Jack turned around and said, "Oh, I'll go down there and with my bad back," and I couldn't drive the car. No way. So I drove the car down to the railway station. I got on the train so I could sit on the train seat and try and stretch my back like this, because I was in agony.
Yeah.
And I did not realise from working on all these vehicles and getting underneath them and bending over and then picking up bits of steel, I popped out all my discs in my back, right? And then Andrew tried to kill me because I wouldn't give him any money in advance for drugs, and he missed out on a great drug deal. So he had butted me here, and you can see that with this one. And anyway, he got charged. He went to jail for 9 months. And he caused my brain to move, which then put me out of business. So therefore, then that's when I started getting more back into YouTube, and I started giving all away because I couldn't. How do I do this now? I've got the other camera play. I've got to go find camera.
You're kind of shaking up on me.
This camera here.
What? You're kind of shaking up on me, Hominoid.
Hang on.
Okay, turn stabilize.
Hang on.
Hang on. Do you think?
Oh, damn it. Come back. Take it.
All right. You're good. Wait, you muted yourself. You muted yourself, Hominoid. Nope, hang on. Did you accidentally mute me too? You might have.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Now you're on.
Right. If you look at my forehead, you'll see a triangle.
Yeah.
You see it?
Like that little divot right there. I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's when Andrew headbutted me, and he went bang with his head. He was 28 years old. And he just grabbed me, and he just grabbed me on the shoulder and just went whack. And of course, I just went backwards. And then he tried to kill Mitchell, and he put a hammer through the door, a screwdriver through the door, my head there, and I ducked my head like that, and he went put a screwdriver through the door, and then both muted. What do you mean both muted? Can't hear a thing. Well, turn on your microphone.
Yeah, they were talking about the last few seconds when you muted yourself by accident.
Right,
just give it a sec to catch up.
So,
yeah, because you're like
so his name's Andrew. So he ended up going to jail. And he put a hammer through Mitchell's bedroom door and a screwdriver, and then he put a hammer through my door. I grabbed a little old-fashioned mobile phone, about that big, those little black ones you got.
Yeah.
I grabbed one of them, and he reckons he can't hear us.
They still can't hear us? That's weird.
Maybe he's got an earful of wax.
Hang on. Let me give me a sec to unmute the stream on YouTube so I can hear it. Let's see what happens.
Da da dum 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 dum. I'll play along, but you won't. I'll play along, but you won't respond. What? Hang on.
Yeah, no. No naughty
words.
I can hear us both just fine.
No, he has to DK.
Audio's still good.
Yeah, it's just Cosmic being funny.
Yeah, it's just
Anyway,
cosmic being fucker.
so Andrew tried to kill me, and then his brother was there. His brother Shane. He was the one who left all the Hulk and Commodore engines there, and that's the guy who I gave the engines to. You see, that's why I gave the engines away. Um, I gave away welders. I gave away. I don't even want to know, about 40 grand's worth of stuff. Um, oh yeah, I just got rid of it. I just was over it. Nothing to make Twitter for making me join Twitter for nothing. Naughty words. Why don't you come in there and say hello? I'll put it on the screen for you. I'd love to hear from noise. Where is it?
Come on aboard, user. Let's have a party. I only got a
I've
little bit
never ever
longer.
heard
I'm
his
gonna
voice.
pass out.
Have you ever heard his voice? I've never heard his voice.
Actually, yeah. I don't think. Well, no, I've heard his voice on the Discord a few times. We
Oh,
chat
really?
on there, but I haven't seen his face yet, or have I?
Well, okay. Twitter. Twitter. User has naughty words banned. There you go. There's a link. You can hook in. We won't worry about Cosmic because he's like an old tart. He's been on everybody's show. Cosmic gets
Cosmic gets passed around a lot.
Yeah. He's just like syphilis and gonorrhea. He gets passed around. Yeah. That's one thing I noticed too about. Anyway, so I went down there with a bad back to see Daniel. You don't need a camera, naughty words. I don't care. You just come on. Just put your voice out there.
Come on and shitpost with us.
Yeah, come on in. It's all right. You can come up there. I'll put an icon on you or something. Doesn't matter. Anyway, eventually Daniel come walking up the road, and I seen him come walking up there wearing his black shirt, black pants, black socks, black shoes, black hair, black hat, his black sunglasses.
Well, right? I'll give it to him. He matches in everything he does.
Yeah. And then he said, I don't want to be on camera. And that's why when we did that Vegemite one, he had Australian made on it. And then I'm sitting there going, well, you're not an ugly looking guy like me. Like I'm a big fat tubby looking old elephant.
I look like me and I'm still on camera.
Yeah, anyway. And I thought, well, you're a good looking bloke. And then I thought, wait a minute. And then I started thinking about it. I started processing. I really thought, I didn't think much of it. And then I'm walking down the street and I seen these couple of very nice looking girls come walking the other way. And, it's King's Cross, which used to be 20 years, 30, 40 years ago, used to be the sex centre of Sydney. It used to be strip shows, nightclubs, prostitutes standing at the footpath saying, hello, darling, you want to come in? You want to come in? You want to come in? Or doorman standing there, come and see the live show, come and see the live show. That was the area, right where Daniel and I were there standing. We're standing right actually out front of Porky's nightclub, which is, if you look up Porky's, Porkies, Porky's, Porkys, old nightclub in Sydney. It was a strip show, prostitutes and everything. And Daniel didn't even blink at these girls going past. I went, oh, okay, he's gay. And I thought, oh, he's got to be gay. He didn't even go, he didn't sort of like look sort of thing. I didn't give rat razor. I lived with several gay guys. One guy was a Kiwi and he was 65. And I had a house in Paddington. And that was 85 Greens Road, like the colour green with an S, Greens Road, Paddington. Mm-hmm. And the funny thing is, you can Google Earth it to this day, and you'll still see the big black steel bar door I put on there back in 1983 that used to belong to a very famous journalist over here in Australia. Ida Buttrose. Now, Ida Buttrose owned Woman's Weekly. That's her name. Ida, IDA, Buttrose. Yeah, like a bum went up in the air, Buttrose. Yeah. Anyway, she's a journalist. Okay. She used to put out the Woman's Weekly.
Uh,
And she talked with that lisp. She had this ridiculous lisp. Anyway, I remember I took a father
mm,
home there one day, and I turned around and said, "Oh," I said, "Here you go, Mr. Butler." She said, "Oh, good, thanks, Neil. Blah blah blah. Got to know me." And then he turned around and he goes, "I said, oh, what are you doing with the old fashioned fly screen gate?" So up there where they live was a place called St. Ives, which is sort of like the high exclusive area. If you look at Sydney Harbour, let's just say the mouth of Sydney Harbour,
mhm.
um, right? And that's
Yep.
the ocean out here. Well, Sydney City's down here, and you go over the harbour, and then you go
Mhm.
up into the northern mountains of Sydney. Well, that's the elite area. The St. Ives,
Mm,
Mona Vale, Terry Hills, and all
the
these sorts.
fancy people.
Oh, I'm talking about, $10-15 million mansions way
Ugh.
back in the 1980s. I mean, I'm talking about, 1 mile square big blocks, in Sydney. I
I
mean,
could smell
nobody,
the fumes from here. Ugh.
yeah, yeah, it's just big, huge, tall, 300-year-old pine trees lining their driveways, and all that sort of stuff. And I turned around and I said, "Oh, what are you doing with the big old fly screen door, which is made I think, about the 1930s?" And hello, Alexa. How are you?
Oh, Alexa here?
Goes, yeah, cause hello to you. Yeah, cause is here. Alexa's here.
Sup?
And poor old Cosy, he's upset. We told him he's like a venereal disease. He gets well spread around. He's been on everybody else's channel like a disease. He's
He's mad he can't even deny it, too, which is the sad
yeah.
part.
Alexa, if you want to come on, click the link. It's on the chat. Can you still see it? Is it there for you to see?
I
Naughty
still see it on
word.
the stream, so it should be there.
Yeah, well, Alexa, if you want to come on in, you can come on in.
Looks
I'll
like
let
she's
Kathy
catching up
in, but
on
the
work.
problem is with Cosmic, it puts me off everything I'm trying to say, and I'm still trying to finish up this Daniel bit. Anyway, so I went in there twice to meet Daniel. He done a no show. The third time he showed up, the fourth time he showed up, and then he said to me on the phone, he said, "Oh," I said, how are you coping, Daniel, on the phone?" And so I lent him $100, and then he paid it back, and then I said, he said, "I want to borrow 30." So I said, "Well, no, it's all right. You're good. I'll lend you 100." So I lent him another 100.
Mhm.
And then because I wrote something on Twitter or I said something on the show, I still to this day don't even know what he was talking about. He said, "No, you're not going to get it back." And that's when he, as Jack said, he put my name up on Twitter, my name and what suburb I lived in. But I had no idea what I did that upset him. And then even Cosmic got on this show last week, and he said Daniel did the same thing to him for 4 weeks, and he didn't know what he did wrong.
Daniel, I guess he just had a woman moment. That's all I can
Yeah,
come
I
up with.
did. Yeah, I think he has his moments. His girly time. I don't know, but now he's moved into, because I drove a cab in Woolloomooloo, down there where Daniel moved to. He put a video up of a bird sitting on his balcony. Well,
Oh
I
yeah, I
actually
saw
reckon,
that.
right? Yeah, well, I used to drive a cab through there for 17 years, and I look at the background, I see the buildings. I said, "Well, I know that building." And then I very simply looked on Google Earth and I said, "Yeah, there's a building." And I turned the Google Earth camera around. I looked up and I seen the high rise. I seen the building. I seen the balcony where the bird was sitting. I said, "Oh." And then I just worked out exactly where he's living. So I know exactly where Daniel's living. I know which building he's in, but I don't know what unit number. But I know which building he's in. I know what street he's in, but I don't. Yeah, but that's only because I've got a photographic memory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, if you drove a cab around Tennessee for 17 years, around
Mm-hmm.
your little hometown, you know every single person in that town, wouldn't you? Well, I drove a
You just
cab
gotta
around.
drive around the street for a little bit, and you'll know everyone in about, I don't know, 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, over there was different. But I mean, I also worked in the radio room, which is what I told Jack. I worked on Sydney radio, and that's, I was in the 2SM radio station, which actually happens to stand for 2 St. Mary's radio station. 2SM. That's the name of the radio station in
Okay.
Sydney,
Hmm.
St Mary's. And then I went and, 40 years later, I live in the suburb called St Mary's. And the biggest church in Sydney is called St Mary's Cathedral. And then there's a lot of places around the world, around the countryside called St Mary's Cathedral or St Mary's Church. There's a lot. It's a very big thing, St Mary's, right? Whoever bloody St
I'll have
Mary
to look
was.
it up later.
Yeah, well, you see St Mary's Cathedral. Well, if you stood on the very top of that building, you could look down and see Daniel's apartment. That's where he is. He's there between there and Woolloomooloo.
Huh.
And I said that
Neat.
to Cosmic the other day. I said, "Oh, Woolloomooloo," and he said, "What?" I said, Woolloomooloo. And so Cosmic said it back to me. He said, Woolloomooloo. I said, "Yeah, that's it." I said, "You said it."
Hmm.
And he goes, "Oh." I said, "It's an Aboriginal word. It means a pretty place by the water." That's
Huh.
basically what it means, if I remember correctly. I'll even look it up.
Rough translations still get you by.
Oh, yeah. But anyway, yeah, so, and then when I went to hospital, he texted me and he said, "Oh, I'll come visit you in hospital when I get my knee done." And when I was in hospital, I texted him and said, "Yeah, well, I'm in hospital level, whatever." I went into the private wing and I told him I've got a private suite and they put me in up there, which I also told Jack. And Jack said, "Oh, yeah, that's great. That's good to hear." And then he went off on his own thing. But I know I'm too far away for you guys for you to do anything.
Mm.
But it just sort of hurt a bit because Jack didn't really say much to me on air when I was here listening. I said, "Oh, I'm here. I'm in the hospital." He didn't say, "Oh, hello, homie, get well." And Howard didn't say something, and nobody else said something, get well. I mean, I was still half drugged, and I just thought, don't I really exist anymore? Sort of
Yeah,
attitude.
Jack and Howard have been acting weird lately. Just like not paying attention to the chat
Well,
as much.
I remember when we first started out with Jack's show. The first words I ever said to Jack, "Oh, hello, Jack. I'm Hominoy from Australia." He goes, "Oh, I can't speak Australian." Um, and,
uh,
and I thought, "Mate, Australian is English. What do you speak?" I thought to myself, So I made a video about it the first time I ever met Jack. It's down there on my channel somewhere. Oh, hello. Good comments everywhere here.
oh shit, we have people
Um,
coming in. We got Alexa, Cause, User. We got most of our crew here.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, so I thought, oh, okay, so nobody's really paying much attention to me being in hospital. I didn't worry about it. And then I went up to my brother's place for tracking what? Plus, were cheap after 9/11. Were they? Probably were. Man, that's 20 years ago, 22 years ago. Anyway,
Oh god, it really
we
is.
we actually we something else just went off. Was that?
That wasn't me.
I heard something pinging. I don't know if it was. See, I got one. Where is it? I got 3 mobile phones with Blue.
Looks like it might be that phone in your hand. It's doing something.
Oh, yeah, text message. Probably Daniel. Oh, Jeff at the phone.
Holy shit.
Probably. I don't know.
Hey, homie, I'm gonna stick around so you can finish the story real fast, but then I'm gonna
Yeah,
crash.
anyway, so after that, I'd never seen Daniel since. He never paid me a visit in the hospital. I've quite often said hello to him on the chat, whatever, and he just ignores me. And he's just got his own little world, and he's in his little flat, and he's in the heart of Sydney, and he's down in where the hill goes down he lives down the bottom of a valley. You put it that
Oh,
way.
so he lives in the butthole.
Yeah, he lives in the butthole. It's you got the hill of Sydney City this side, up the hill Potts Point, which is my family name, Potts, which is named after my great 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 grandfather, which I quite often said. And over here I've got Pottsville. And now I found out that Pottsville had a fight with Potts Point in Sydney when they said about calling something over at Pottsville. And they said, "Oh, we don't want to be associated with you." And they had to change the name of the beach up here to Pottsville Beach.
Hmm.
Um,
Let's see.
oh, it's a friend of mine called Tyson from America is sending me a message.
Oh, that's
Hang on.
cool.
Yeah. I mean, I've got friends everywhere, all around the world, sort of areas. Okay, hang on, let's just. Hi, hey, Greg, my cousin. My God, he's on. God, everybody's coming on. Bloody hell.
Tommy's getting famous today.
Well, not really, because it's pretty dead out here.
Eh, it's just because on
Um,
our side it's like getting close to
well,
nighttime.
what time is it over there anyway? Because over here it's
For
lunchtime
my
over here
spot,
now.
it's like almost 10 o'clock.
Well, it's 12:37 and lunchtime over here.
Yeah.
Um, we're now making arrangements for me to get my purple car out of Sydney, my big trailer, my tractor, my slasher, which has got to go in the little box trailer. So, little box trailer, you got to follow this one. The slasher, it's got to go in the little box trailer, which has
Right.
got to go behind one car, which will be the Ford up here. The FJ40 purple car in the videos that you see that Christmas music with, that's going to
Yeah.
tow the big trailer with all the computers, the TVs, all the
All the
other
equipment and
machinery,
stuff. Yeah.
all the camping gear, and all the bloody other stuff. I kept copper and wires and cameras and security cameras and all the other, you know, about 10 grand's worth of whatever stuff is in it. And then that's going to come up, and then the tractor goes on the back of either a trailer and a diesel, might be the car across the road from here. I've had a chat to him. I said, well, what strength is your tow ball? Because my car's only got a 1 ton strength tow ball. It's tow bar, where the comes out the back of the car and goes flat. It's like that. It's just a flat piece
Yeah.
of metal.
Yeah. So
Well,
it
that's
can
called a
get
1 ton.
pulled.
Well,
Hmm.
to tow the tractor, because it weighs 1.2 to 1.4 ton, um, you're not allowed to tow it unless you've got one of those square tow ball hitches you see on the back of a car when they slide them in and they put the pin through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's usually a 2 tonner. So him across the road, he's got a 2.8 on the back of his car.
All
So I
right.
said, well, I'll give you the fuel, pay him to go down to Sydney with the trailer from the other guy up the other side of the house up this way. He's got a big car trailer. So one neighbour over here is going to get that other neighbour's trailer over there. We're not going to arrange it. I know both of them. And they're going to drive down and pick up my tractor and bring it up here because now I'm looking at getting a farm up here.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
Yes, as because there's a lot of controversy going on up here at the moment. Prices are going down and up. This is really weird. I showed a video of the floods in Murwillumbah. Now, this is where you come in and do a land grab, what we call land grab. People that were in the flood zone, all their houses went underwater. They're selling up cheap to get out,
Right.
right? Because of once in 1,000 year flood. And this house here is my mate's house, which he inherited off his parents. They died a couple of years ago, and he's 42, and he doesn't know anything about fixing a house. I love him to death, but he's not mechanically minded or anything. He's a country boy. He's just not into that.
Yeah.
He's more into laptops. So putting a hammer and nail together, yeah, he could do it, but he's just not interested. And it's Moolumbar. It's Moolumbar. Nothing happens. The main highway used to be behind me. They took that away. It's now called Tweed Valley Way. And they built a motorway, that big, huge motorway between Sydney to Brisbane. And
Oh.
one bridge they put in was over Broadwater was $5 billion just to go over a river. $5 billion. That's how much Australia spent on the motorways up here in Australia. You've got, I mean, it blows your mind. You can drive from, I can go either way. It's like a loop road, either way to get out to get onto the motorway. I can drive from here to Sydney on the motorway doing 100 and say 110 kilometres an hour. I can be in the heart of Sydney in 10 hours, 11 hours. Whereas 40 years ago, it was a 16-hour drive.
I mean, that's
And,
an improvement one way or another.
that's, that's 6 hours non driving. It's 6 hours taken off it because you used to go into every single little tiny town. You go into a town called Kempsey or Taree or Bulladila, and then you have to come into town and go over a bridge and turn around a corner, and the service stations and the pedestrian crossings and the traffic lights, and then you
And
go
it
into
just
another town, then you
it
go
builds
across
up.
another river bridge, and then you go through a town with traffic lights and pedestrian crossings, and like Taree, the town of Taree that follows next to the river. That's drive through the town of Taree on the old Pacific Highway is 4 mile long, 5 mile long, and there's traffic lights everywhere. So of course, if you're driving a semi trailer,
Mm.
you'll stop, start, stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. Well,
Ugh.
now this motorway, it says right there's Taree over here. I just put the motorway straight through out here. I said to you,
Mhm.
driving in like that to go to Taree, right? You
You
come
just
off the
take one
highway,
straight line.
you just go straight through, and you sit on 110. So automatically, just passing Taree, you're saving 45 minutes. Is you're one end of Taree to the other in 3 minutes. Whereas the old days it'd be 45 minutes to drive around it. It just goes straight through. You just you're gone. Um,
I bet the businesses don't like that though. If they're
well,
running off.
no, because people can still just turn off when they want to. I mean, it's
Mm.
not mandatory to stay on the motorway. If you want to go straight through, you go straight through, and it's all free. You don't have a road
Mm.
toll on it. There's no road tolls. There's no nothing. You just drive. You can just get on it and get off it wherever you want. Like you could turn off, go to Taree, get a meal, Macca's or Woolworths and Big W and supermarkets and movies, or go to the railway station if your car's got trouble, or caravan park. They're all still there. But then COVID also killed a lot of it because they were still building it. They're building the end of it. Sorry, they were
Mm.
completing the freeway when COVID. Sorry, no, when the bushfires struck. Remember the big
Mm.
Australian bushfires that come down
Yeah,
the
where it
coast?
just wiped out a lot of the animal and plant life.
Yeah, 1 billion animals. There's still no kangaroos around here. There's
Mm.
still no there's no kangaroos around here, and yet this is the green belt. Um, they've just gone. When you get the back of the green belt from here, there's that song I used to always play. I've been everywhere, man. The Australian version, and it says Casino, Lismore, Bangalore, all that. Well, that's all those towns are just up here. When you get the other side of Bangalore to go towards Lismore Casino, Tenterfield, and all those places, there used to be herds and herds of kangaroos. Like I said to Jack last week, I said Americans still don't get it how bad that bushfire was we had over here 2 or 3 years ago. Um, I drove from, as I said to Jack, an hour. I said I filmed this driving over to Tenterfield to the Railway Museum over there that I helped start way back in '95, and that was a 3 hour drive. And part of it was I went over one way via Kyogle, which you might remember seeing the video Kyogle, Kyogle, and I never saw one kangaroo. Now, this is the northern parts, country, New South Wales, which was full of kangaroos. There's not one friggin' kangaroo. It's just a dead wallaby, which is not a kangaroo, it's a small version, on the side of the
Yeah.
road because they live around the trees and in the bushes, right? Kangaroos are the herb ones that go out across the plains, across the flat because they're big and they can run past and hop past, right? And there's
Yeah.
absolutely no frigging kangaroos in northern New South Wales. I'd made a video. There's a video. You can see me live streaming driving down the road. I put the camera up. I said, look, no kangaroos virtually. There's nothing.
Mm.
It's just gone. There's no. We used to see lorikeets out the window here. We used to see cockatoos and everything like that. Now the cockatoos have come back. The white cockatoos, they come back. Lorikeets aren't really around. The cheppy ones Daniel played. Um, there's no foxes anywhere.
Mm.
All those, the wild foxes you see walking around Tennessee. Well, we used to have them over
Yeah.
here too. We don't have them. They're gone. They're
Oof.
burnt. They've been cooked. I have not seen one fox since the bushfires. Not one.
Mm.
FOX. Not one fox. and I used to see them everywhere. They're gone. Um, it's like it's like living in a vacuum country, and people just like look at you and say, "No, no, 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 it's bullshit." Well, okay, well, so was COVID. COVID was bullshit. People in New York City were locked down. Look at those movies they even filmed in the streets of New York City. Not a person on the street. The wind and the paper was blowing down the road. New York City, to us, the biggest city in America, bustling with yellow taxis and people walking around everywhere. You see the old movies. And here it is dead.
Yeah.
Like I did the same thing down here in Sydney. I got a video in the middle of COVID. I went down, caught the train. There's a me and two boys were sitting two carriages up, and one other woman was sitting the other carriage up. It was an 8-car train, double decker. It holds 100 people, and there was 4 people on it. That included me. 4 people. And I got off at Circular Quay, and there was nobody there but 2 people running past me. It's down on my channel, way, way down. It's Circular Quay, COVID pandemic, or whatever the heading might have been, but Circular, CIRCULARQUAY, Circular Quay, during the pandemic. And they had all the little ferries in Sydney, what we call the short ferry, the small ones. They were running that to go to Manly, which is sort of like saying, um, you know how they have a big ferry in New York goes past the Statue of Liberty? They had the real big ferries.
Yeah,
Well,
those ones.
they just took all the big ferries during COVID, put them in dry dock, and brought out the little ones because nobody was allowed to travel. But they still had the little ferries running from Sydney to Manly, which is the busiest ferry run on Sydney Harbour, which usually holds about 400-500 people every ferry load. And this little short ferry had about 6 people on it, where it used to have 400-500 per trip every hour. Right? I mean, that's how much the
Everyone
city
wanted to
was.
downsize, and
Yeah, it. I mean, Sydney was just a ghost town. I mean, I remember there's a video there. I filmed Circular Quay, looking at McDonald's, and it was shut. It was
it's
shut.
bad when McDonald's is closed.
Yeah, but during the COVID, they shut McDonald's at Circular Quay. That would be the busiest McDonald's in Sydney. Circular Quay. People get off the train, go down, go to McDonald's, get a feed, and go get on a ferry, or get off a ferry and go to McDonald's, or they're walking around between the Opera House around to the Harbour Bridge. They all go past that one McDonald's. The amount of people went through, and it was shut. And the only people that were standing there were the tram people working there to clean the trams for coronavirus, and they're all wearing plastic gloves and whatever
All the
else.
other
Yeah,
gobbledygook.
yeah, and no, because as soon as one person got on the tram, they'd watch where he sat, and then as soon as he got off the tram, they'd get on there and they clean all around where it was. That's how efficient they were. But anyway, luckily our death toll was nothing like America's for
Yeah,
COVID.
we don't get empty spots like that very often out here.
Well, the biggest thing that hit us was that bloody ship that come in, and the now sacked premier Gladys Berejiklian, her health minister had to take the blame because they were told people on board were sick, and they didn't do nothing about it. And the ferry pulled up at Circular Quay, right there opposite that McDonald's, opposite that Circular Quay train station and the ferry. And that railway station actually takes people directly to the airport. And they got off the boat, never got checked, never got temperature checked, never, nothing. They just got off like they're walking out of a movie theatre, and they just spread it like wildfire. They just walked up, got on the trains, and of course, then all the trains got contaminated, wherever they touched. Then they went out and got on the airplanes, and they flew home to Melbourne, Brisbane, Cairns, Darwin, Adelaide, Tasmania, Perth, and that's how it got into Australia. It came off that one ship at Circular Quay. And
When you
that's
talk
how
about it like that, it makes me think they did on purpose to allow it to get into
Well,
Australia.
that premier and that minister, that health minister, is she's now got out of, well, he I think has now just disappeared off the planet. We don't see him anywhere in any media. He's just
Yeah,
gone. He
I'm
was
sure.
held he was held accountable by the coronavirus inquest. How will this happen? And they said that was your fault, him and the premier. And they said that's your fault. You should have responded. You should have put ambulances down there. You should have had medical staff down there treating people. And they never did a bloody thing. And these thousands of people contaminated with bloody COVID just walked into Australia and just boom, it just blew. One day, the day before, that city was full of people. Was full of people. Whole of the city was full of people. The next day, when that ferry arrived, within 3 days, nothing. Stay at home. We were told, stay at home. And that's where Cosmic said, you're not even allowed on the beach because they didn't know what they were doing. They didn't know how it was spread. They didn't have any information on what America knew about it. America wasn't really telling us much, or it wasn't getting passed on to the public down here. And of course, we Australians, we're isolationists because we're used to our own little continent, and we just thought, right, if we see somebody from another country, we all just locked ourselves away. That's what we did. We just, well, look, it's not safe to walk down the street. Well, we won't go down the street. And that's what we did. We just stayed home, And then, anyway, that's just it. But anyway,
I'm
I'm
gonna
having
get
a
ready
big.
to go to bed and get a shower. So try and get User to come on. He'll keep you company for a while.
I don't know, user. Who's there? How many's there in the chat? I can't see. It's not coming up on my screen.
Good night, y'all.
Who's out there?
I'll give Chad a good night as well. And well,
who's on the chat with us? Do you reckon?
I think Cause and User are still on.
Really? Cosmic, are you still there? My favorite little Cosy.
Careful, Hominoid. He doesn't want to share his Cosy with just anyone.
No, I like talking to Cosy. I just give him crap.
Well, you have a good day, man.
Oh, hello, Alexa. You're there too. Oh, okay. Oh, well, okay. John's gone. And Mr. Scott. Hey, Mr. Scott, why don't you come on? Hang on, listen. I'll put it up on the thing. Invite again. Who else wants to come in? Lisa's not checking Howard's show. We'll take turns on this show. There you go. Who wants to come on? Cosy, surprise me. Alexa, Mr. Scott, Cosmic, who is going to be the first one in? Come on. User, come on. Who's going to hit the magic button? Come on, click it. Win the Magic Door prize. You get a night out with Cosmic. Oh. Sorry, Mr. Scott. That was bad taste. Alexa, you want to come in there for a bit? I haven't heard from you for ages. Come on. Hit the what? Hit the clickers. Hello. Not Cosmic. Hello, not Cosmic. How are you?
Sounds a little fuzzy on my end, but how are you doing?
Good. So who's that? Is that user ban naughty words, is it? Are you eating something or what? You're cracking up. You there? You're gone again. I don't know. I don't know who it is, Liz. I mean, you know more better than me. Maybe it comes back, not Cosmic. That's. Oh, it is. User has been.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it sounds like you're eating potato chips or something. No, my mic isn't a bag of chips with a squirrel inside. Oh. Well, listen, if you've got a squirrel, keep it away from Jack because Jack likes his nuts being nibbled on. That's terrible. How you been, user? Cause the answer is yes or no. I don't know. I don't. No, it's not. It's no. He's gone. There's something wrong with his microphone. Alexa, can you come in for a minute? Alexa. Hang on, what was that? Hang on. Alexa has nice hair, I'm told. Yes, she does. Alexa has very nice hair. I can't. I'm catching up on my work. Okay, Alexa's working. Cosmic is using what? I don't know. Somebody wrote something else. Cosmic word on in being user. I don't know what Cosmic's talking about. User coming in using a talk boy or something. Try again. Righto. Try again. What's a talk boy? What's that?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Oh, now I can hear you.
A lot better.
Yeah. And I never guessed that your voice would sound like your voice.
Really?
Well, I don't know how old you are. I've never seen you. Never seen a picture of you. All I've ever seen is a big sign up says use a ban for naughty words. That's all I've ever seen. So, which part of the state you in? I'm in northern New South Wales. If you know where New South Wales is on the Australian map, I'm up in the top right-hand corner. Do you know where New South Wales is in Australia?
I used to know the map. It's been a while since I looked.
Okay, well, picture a map of Australia in your mind, and on the right-hand side, you get that big round edge. Well, on the furthest easterly point peak, I'm just north of that.
Okay.
Right, so on the far right-hand side of Australian map, which would be the most easterly point, that's where I am. I'm on the right-hand side. Daniel originally comes from the far left-hand side called Perth. That's where he originally come from until they kicked him out. So what do? You know what I do. I'm in trains and mucking around in cabs and radio and having fun and knee surgeries and operations and spending money and having fun and buying cameras and doing stupid shit and helping people. I fed the homeless there the other night. That was a nice feeling.
Oh, so you fed yourself? What?
No, I said I fed the homeless down here in Wollumbar. We got a lot of people down here. So we had a very big flood, which I was talking to John about, and a lot of houses went underwater, and a lot of them now can't be lived in because of black mold. So there's a lot of houses around. Unless you really want to, Lismore Casino, Wollumbar, big city towns like big country towns, you can't live in them because the black mold is just, the water's inside the wall and it just poisons the house, and then people get respiratory problems. So they've made them take all the inner walls off inside the houses. Then they've got to get all the timber treated to get rid of black mold. I take it you know what black mold is, don't you?
Yeah, we got that here. It's pretty rare though.
Well, it's not rare over here because we're a hot, moist area. Like right now, I'm looking at one window. I've got blue skies, white clouds, and then I look out the other window. I've got rain clouds out the other windows. I mean, I've got rain clouds hanging around me over here at the moment. So the SAS, let me just put something up. Actually, I'm going to try and send a. Where is this? So, what do you do for a living? Do you want to tell us that much?
Yeah, work in maintenance for a place of higher education.
So, in other words, a school.
Yes, but higher education usually means like state or university level or.
Oh, right. Okay. Cool. Well, how it works over here, we have first of all, we have kindergarten for the little tiny toddlers that look like baby cosmics, with mustaches by the age of 3. Um, can you imagine having a 3-year-old with cosmics mustache? That'd be very interesting. Call just 2. Oh, okay, Cosmic. You go and call the 2. So we have preschool, then we have primary school, which is about 5-ish, and then they go up to the age 13, primary school. So it goes years 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think. I can't remember, because 50 years since I went to school. And then when you leave there, you then go to high school, which is when you're about 13, 12, 13, until you turn 18 or 16, or well, let's say 12 to 18, all right? So you got years 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dusty Hill said, I am white. Oh, that's nice. That's good, Dusty. And then we have TAFE courses, TAFE, tertiary after further education, which is not like a school. You just go there, you learn off a teacher, and then you go walk in and out. But we don't have your canteens you have in America where you walk in and your meals are provided or something. You pick up a tray and go and get your meals. At TAFE, you got to take your own dinner. And then we have a college, and then we have universities, and then we also have other different ones. So there you go. Well, Italian, so I told it's the same. What? What are you talking about, Dusty Hill? What are you talking about? I have no idea what he's talking about. Yeah. So what is that noise you're doing, user?
I hear you clicking noise or what?
Yeah, it sounds like a...
That's my phone. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Is it constant or is it intermittent?
Just doesn't even show up. I just thought you were trying to spit in my ear. That's what it sounds like. It sounds like somebody's going in your ear. But anyway. So which part of the States are you in?
I'm in the middle, the Great Plains.
I'm not that good on America. Not New Mexico. Would that be Idaho? Would that be what?
No, that be the middle
Utah?
of the country, exact middle of the country.
Utah?
So, nope. It's the only state that looks like a gun.
Texas?
No, Texas doesn't look like a gun. I think 2 states up.
Oh, God, you're wrecking me brain. God, I'm trying to picture America map in my head. You don't make it easy, do you? So it looks like Cosmic. I mean, he looks like a gun. Everybody pulls his trigger in and goes bang.
You said you were there. Last stream we had, you said you went to Lincoln. You said you went to University of Lincoln. You did a visit all across the U.S.
Oh, I'm with you now. Oh. So you're out there. Oh, right. So that was 20 years ago for me. Oh, God. That's ages ago. Anyway, well, good. So what's the weather like over there? Cold, windy, or is it hot?
It's cool. A week and a half ago, it was like 83 degrees, and then it went back staying in the 50s and the 60s for Fahrenheit.
So I know it's just going to start getting really cold pretty soon.
Yeah.
Well, I actually made a video there the other day. I know Cosmic's just trying to go look at it. I went for a walk for me to give it a trial out on the sand. Florida looks like a gun, says Dusty Hill. Sicilians are North African. And I decided to go down the old New Beach, which used to be a compulsory New Beach about 25 years ago, which is where I told Jack I broke down in my bus a long, long, long time ago. And my back wheel was on fire and the smoke was pissing out. And some guy said, turn left down here off the motorway. And I went down this dirt road back in the tar down dirt and got in this car park way down by the ocean and turned around and parked it and put the smoke out. It wasn't actually on flames, it was just burning oil, like a burning oil lantern. And in the morning, I woke up and I put up my Venetian blinds, and here's all these thousands, hundreds of cars all the way around me. And the next thing I find out, it's a compulsory nude beach, which I didn't know about because I drove in there on dark. And of course, there's nobody there on a nude beach on dark, is there? They're already all gone home. So I went out there the other day and went out there in the car by myself, give me leg, because now it's no longer a compulsory nude beach, it's now a clothing beach. So you got to wear Speedo shorts or whatever you want to wear, or briefs or bikini or whatever you want. But there is one little section they made up the beach a bit that you can take your pants off and sit there in the nude, but I didn't bother. I mean, God, I'm bad enough. I can't trying to put a pair of pants on with a new left knee. It's not very easy. So imagine me trying to stand up on the sand, trying to put my leg into a pair of shorts, right? And I can't bend my leg. You imagine what's going to happen, don't you? I've got to fall ass over tit. And that was interesting. There was one married couple, an old bloke sitting there, and then there was a young guy about 25, 27. And I said, you're not Australian. Just tell by looking at him, the colour of his skin. Ew, Cos, what? Why, what's Cos? Hobby grooms the beach. Watch it, Cosmic. I'll slap you. I made a video for you down there. There's a Spanish boy down there. He speaks Spanish like you do. Get down and look at it. It's a new beach. He's walking along there with a trolley. Anyway, I just said g'day to him, and he said, oh, yeah, g'day. And I said, oh, you're American? Canadian? He said, yeah, I'm Canadian. He was a French Canadian. And he was the only one there. And then I think there was next people about half a mile away. And I just turned around and walked back. And there's a whole herd of horses come down the beach. Yeah, horses. Can you believe it?
Was one of them named Jack?
I don't know. Should have been. But the problem was they're all females. I think Jack was standing behind them, sniffing away, but and so was Howard. They got their moose habit. They smell the scents. Anyway, that's terrible. Anyway, who would have stuffed dog with a flashlight built in? Oh God. Anyway, so the horses come up with all these tourists on it, and they go riding the horses up along the beach. I said, "Oh, that's nice," So the big white. It's on my video channel. It's so recent. You don't have to go down part and look for it. You can see it. It's called Poop of a Job or Shitty. I think it says Poo Job. Anyway, written on it. Byron Bay, something or other. Anyway, New Beach. Anyway, it's about 15 horses or whatever come up there, all these people on it, tourists, and they got the guide, and they come up from Byron Bay, they head north, they go past me, and then they turn around, then they go back. And next thing I see this guy walking up the beach, and he looks just like Cosmic. He absolutely like Cosmic. And he's got this little trolley, dinky die, whatever you call those little trolleys you Americans have, with the big wheels on them. You tow your brother around him when you're about 10 years old. With a big long arm with a T-piece handle on the end of it. And he's walking up there, and he's just walking and walking and walking and walking. Where the hell are you going? And he walks right up to where the horses turned around. And then I realised he's got a shovel. So when he comes back, I filmed him, and he's a Spanish backpacker, and his job is going around picking up all the horse shit off the beach.
It sounds like a job for Cosmic.
And yeah. I mean, that'd be right up Cosmic's alley. I mean, he really likes collected shit. He talks a lot of shit, and we know how Cosmic is. He's got shit on his nose. He's got that.
What does he do with it after he picks it up?
I don't know. I reckon Cosmic probably, I don't know, he probably sells it in his tacos, I reckon. He'd probably get the horse poo dried out and put out his taco serve it to all the guys from Texas or whatever. You know what he's like. He's a very industrious person, that Cosmic. He'll make money out of anything.
He probably advertises it as vegetarian tacos.
Yeah, vegetarian, yeah. Very grain fed. Definitely grain fed, that one, yeah, especially being a horse. But anyway, no, he was just telling me he's a big Spanish guy. He's about 6'2", I think. And he was telling me that he come over there, and apparently there's a lot of Spanish people visiting Australia and backpacking, and and a lot of the islanders up the far northeast coast of Australia, they're now doing a lot of the fruit picking. They're doing the peaches and the apples and the grapes and all that sort of stuff, because the Americans aren't coming over here anymore. I haven't seen an American over here for since COVID finished. Haven't seen any Americans. I've seen 2 English guys. They were trying to sell me subscriptions to an animal shelter. Well, I said, no, thanks. Look, if I want to subscribe, I'll do it myself. Because when people sit out front of shopping centres and they say, oh, have you heard about, Blind Guide Dogs Association? You want to subscribe to it? I said, well, what are you doing it for free? And they said, no, our boss pays us. So they get paid, their boss gets paid, which means, and then the Guide Dogs Foundation gets a third, the boss gets a third, and they get a third. So why would you bother getting it through them when you go onto the Guide Dogs website and you can make a donation and they get 100% themselves? Why should we go through these agents and they take 33 and a third percent? Their boss takes the 33 and a third percent. Well, that's not given to the Guide Dogs, is it? You're employing a backpacker, and then you're employing some lebo or some bloke from somewhere else, setting all these backpackers out to shopping centres. Well, then they're going to run a van and pay for fuel and registration. No. If I want to donate to a guide dog, I'll donate to guide dogs. I don't believe in this approach me and ask me for money because I'm going to say, no, if I want to donate to your group, I'll look them up and I'll donate directly, And that's the only pair of pommy guys I've seen. I've seen a lot of Japanese and
no Chinese invasions yet?
No. Actually, I'm glad you brought that up. Good question. No Chinese. No Chinese at all, actually. Not even in Sydney. When I was in Sydney, there was no real Chinese groups going around. We used to see busload of what they call Murray buses. There's a company called Murray, Murray, Murray's Coaches, named after the Murray River. We have a very big, long river, like you have the Mississippi River. Well, we have the Murray River, runs from South Australia to New South Wales Victorian border, and it's actually the border between South Australia, New South Wales and Victoria. It goes right across the bottom end of Australia. Well, there's a bus company called Murray, named after the Murray River. And you don't see Chinese company bought that out, and I think they went broke, and I think they moved out. I haven't seen any Murray buses around either. So, and they've got package deals on at the moment. You can rent a hotel in Sydney for about 25% of the price what they usually charge. What's up, Turtle? King Carpio. Is that Turtle? Is that my mate from Sydney? King Carpio. Is that you, Turtle? I think Turtle's just coming on the chat. Yes. Everybody say hello to King Carpio. He's a friend of mine from Sydney. Is that you, Turtle? King Carpio?
Turtle. You turtling up for the Turtle Club?
Yeah. He's on my videos. We're sitting down a pub one day playing poker machines, and every time we got a jackpot or I don't know when, he said, "Turtle power, turtle." I don't know where he gets it from. It's just his saying, not mine.
We need Jess here to tell some dad jokes.
Oh, yes, I'm seeing her. Oh, Dad, DAD jokes, Dad.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, I thought you said bad, Dad. Oh, Jess, you on the channel?
Same difference.
How many touches baby sea cucumbers?
What?
What? What are you on, Cosmic? Are you really smoking your own horse poo? Are you? I'm sure that was Cosmic on the Byron Bay New Beach picking up the horse poo. I think he's taken it out, dried it out, now he's smoking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, he's probably going to be well hung like a horse there too one day. He's probably going to have one big as a stallion. That's why I like sitting down behind the table on the microphone so you don't see it. Like Jack's. Jack's is so big it actually hits the floor.
What if Cosmic went to the beach and is just to see the nude people, and he was just there saying he was picking up the horse crap?
Yeah, I reckon he was running. I reckon he'd definitely be wearing his extra strong glasses to have a good look.
Oh,
Yeah, I reckon I reckon he'll have a sneaky camera as a button on his shirt and take photographs. Yeah, that'd be Cosmic. You'll be taking sexy photos. Yeah. We love tormenting Cosmic. He loves it. He knows we love him. We love you, Cosmic. He's definitely going to bite on that one. You watch. He'll think up something. Yeah, so no, I went for a walk on the sandy beach, and then I forgot that I walked down the sand dunes. Can you see my hand? It was about that steep, and and I had to try and walk up the sand dunes with my new knee and to Pacific. Oh, really? It's very big, is it, Cosmic? Oh, really? I didn't know it was that big. Cosmic said it very specifically, that big. It's that big it touches the ground between his feet. Yeah. He must be related to Jack because Jack is a horse. So, anyway, they're all part of the equestrian family. Jackass. Oh, actually, one of my top videos actually was. Do you have any? Have a guess what my top video was that made the most amount of views? 20,000 views. Have a guess what that was. You know, Mr. Beast.
Yep.
I made a video. I'm on the TV set. I had a Mr. Beast video with 34 views, and my dog scratching his bum with over 70,000 views. And then I said, Mr. Dog's video is more popular than Mr. Beast. And I made a video on that. And that's now gone up. Hang on a second. I've just got to take the headphone. I'll see if somebody might be knocking. Shut up. That's a dog. That's Kimber. That's that little white dog you see in my video. And I said, happy birthday, Kimber. That's it. She's a
I want to see
Pomeranian.
some more input from the chat. Like, what's the chat thinking?
Cosmic, what the hell? Topic 2 Pacific. Alex, please don't do that. What? Please don't do that on me. What? Don't do what, Alexa? What? I don't even know what I did. Homie just described what he does. Oh, talking about the New Beach. No, I didn't get in the New Beach perving. I went down there because it is the only beach that you park your car right near the sand. Does that make sort of sense?
Oh, Alexa wants you to blow kisses at cars. Okay.
There you go, Cos. All there for you. No. No, it's the only. See, in Byron Bay, they have a very big touristy problem that all the backpackers way back from about 1995 all parked their cars right up near the beach, and they put their windscreens looking over onto the sand, and the locals got the shits with it because they felt like these backpackers were perving on them, even on a clothing beach. And the girls would be lying on the sand with their bikinis on trying to sunbake, and they'd look over behind them, and there'd be a bunch of German backpackers or whatever sitting in a van on a bench seat, all looking at the windscreen with a pair of binoculars. So they made it so you can't park your car overlooking the beach. You have to walk a couple of 100 meters. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to get at?
Mm-hmm.
So that's in Byron Bay, South Byron Bay, Suffolk Park, South Byron Bay, which is where that Theo Hayes disappeared, the Belgian backpacker who drowned. And they all thought he got kidnapped and murdered and aliens and all the other crap. It wasn't. He swam out there at midnight, 12:30 on a Friday night, and it was low tide, and the current, like the water washes in the waves, and then that water that comes in has got to go out somewhere. Well, it goes to the north, hits the rock face of the headland, and then goes out like a big drain pipe back out to sea. Well, he walked straight into that, and he just got swept out to sea. And at midnight, 12:30 at night, up a deserted beach, who the hell's going to hear, see you, find you, or anything? Because then he went straight into the Great Australian Easterly Current. And of course, within several hours, he was shark bait, because that's where all the white pointers are, great whites. They come down that coastal current all the way down the east coast of Australia, or up. And of course, he obviously now shark poo, obviously by now 3 years later. So that's what happened to him. And also in a story up there. Anyway, but even all those car parks, there's a great big tree line between the beaches and the car parks, even on South Byron Bay. You get in Suffolk Park, the same thing. You got to walk through a caravan park. You get into Broken Head. You got to park in the car park and walk through the poles and go through the trees and get down the track and then get into the sand. Well, that was too far for me to walk. So that's why I went out to the old new beach, because the car park is right next to the new beach. And you just walk out the car, get out of the car, walk through the poles, walk down the sand trail, and then you're on the great big flat beach. And of course, everybody's naked there anyway, so nobody gave a shit anyway. So there was no houses around. It's a Royal National Park, and there's wallabies out there, and no cosmic. There's no dingoes. Don't get excited. No dingoes. And it was just easy to get onto. What's that one? Somebody just wrote something. I missed it. Alexa wrote something. What's a new comment? What is it? Whoop. What have I done? Oh, that was you. Right. Yeah, so I just went down there because then I knew there'd be somebody around there if I got stuck, because there was about 12 cars around. So you see my strategy. There's people around. So if I had problems with my knee, I could say, "Excuse me, mate, can you give me a hand up the hill, to get out of there?" Whereas these other beaches, there's no one around to give you a hand.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you don't want to be alone like the Belgian dude.
No, definitely not, because I was saying that one. He was my 12th favorite video, actually. Dingoes are just Labradors that have gone wild. Oh. Cosmic, I sent you a Twitter this morning of a Rottweiler or something bailing up a coyote on a log over a river. Did you see it? Yeah. So I done that one. I'll send that one. I posted on Twitter anyway. Or some video short. The guy's here fishing and his dog bailed up a coyote on a fallen down tree going across the stream. Just a video short, anyway. What do you want to know, user? What do you want to know about Australia or me or anything? Ask me a question.
I'm not user. Are you talking to user in the chat?
Yeah, user's there. So if you're not user, who are you?
I'm Mr. Scott. I thought you knew this.
What?
I thought you knew this.
No, I didn't know this. No, which not cosmic. That's all you got up on my screen. I don't know you. Yeah? I mean, I can't look you up and see you. If
You
Howard
just
was
invite
here,
random
Howard
people
would
on your stream. Jeez.
yeah, I know. That's just what I'm worrying.
We should invite that New York, Texas lady on here.
The who?
The New York, Texas lady. Alexa.
Oh, yes.
Cosmic,
Where
get
is-
in here. You dingus.
Oh, so you were actually Mr. Scott, are you?
Yeah.
I thought you were an old bloke.
What?
I was under the impression that Mr. Scott was an old man. I honestly had the impression you were about 80 years old or 70 years or 50 years old or something. I don't know where I got the idea from, but it's just from
you
what
asked Alexa how she's New York, Texas. I'm talking to the chat now. User.
Scott is sneaky.
I should call user Mr. I should call him Mr. Scott, and you should just keep calling me user.
Cosmic is saying, laugh out loud. Man, this is funny. Yeah, I know. It's all right, Cosmic. Listen, Cosmic, I'll put up the picture of you in a minute. I got a great picture here of Cosmic. I found him. Somebody tweeted me a picture of Cosmic when he was a baby. And I had to censor it because it was just too much. So, Cosmic, I can do it on my channel because if you did it on your channel, you get banned, like usual. So, hang on, where it is? There it is. There's I wrote Jack on it. But this is actually Cosmic when he was a baby. So there he is there. If you can see, it's got the love hearts covering up how big it is. See, that's that's
and
Cosmic
the show
as a
just
baby.
went off the rails.
Hey.
And the show went off the rails.
No, look, I put a big white love heart and red love hearts over it.
Yeah,
because that's how big it is. Look, it's massive. Look, and he's just hasn't grown his mustache yet. So that's Cosmic when he was a baby.
And you just turned the show gay with Cosmic. Jeez Louise.
Well, actually, Cosmic, look, I've actually got the one here uncensored. If you really want to quickly see it,
you want to get banned, don't you?
No, no. Somebody actually sent me that. I was sitting there and I was talking to somebody, and I thought there's something sus about this. And I said, are you in Australia? And they said, yes, I'm in Australia. And I said, where are you in Australia? And they wrote back, yes. And I wrote back, New South Wales, Queensland, Victoria, South Australia, Tasmania, Western Australia, or ACT or Northern Territory. And they wrote back, yes. and so you're Puerto Rican, Alexa. Oh. Alexa apparently is Puerto Rican.
No.
Well, I think Cosmic is. That's why he loves his tacos and his coyote. So he gets a bit of the Puerto Rican and he gets his New Mexico coyote and he dices the two up together and then he makes up his own taco. We know what he's like. I hope he finds a job, actually. If anybody on the chat wants to know, the Cosmic Show, he's over there, Albuquerque, New Mexico. He needs a job. Looking
I
up on the
offered for
show,
him to move out here, but
this is in Albuquerque. Good friend of mine, Mr. Cosmic, the Cosmic Show. He needs a job. Now he's good at bending over and cleaning floors, bending over and doing anything you like, bending over doing the dishes, and bending over working on a car. He's very good at bending over because his last name used to be Bend Over. Anyway. Cosmic says, you're dead. He's going to kill me one day. You know, it don't really make my day. Is one day we got Mug, Alexa, Jack, Howard, you, Cosmic, everybody from America, and secretly get you all on the one plane together without realizing it. and you'll all be sitting on the plane, and somebody sit down next to each other. Jack, what are you doing here? Oh, Howard, you're here too. Oh, Cosmic, you were here. Oh, wow. Oh, And I'll be sitting down the airport waiting to pick us all up from the airport. Wouldn't that be fun?
A little bit.
I reckon it'd be an insane time. I'm having Howard and Jack and Cosmic and Alexa and Mug and Jess, and we're just married. So that bring 1,000 men or 100 men. Sorry, 100 men, not 1,000 men. When are you, Alexa? What? So you're Indian?
Don't tell him, Alexa.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Be mystic. Be mysterious.
Yeah. Tell him you're an alien from another world, like Cosmic. He's off the planet. I'm always finding he's just being a bunch of old women together. Oh God.
Cosmic, did you go out in the desert and just look for like luchacabres and Bigfoots and stuff, or what do you do?
Actually, I did. I do watch Cosmic's video. He did do a very interesting video there once. He went bushwalking around, or whatever you want to call it, in the desert. And I actually found it quite enjoyable. Actually, he was walking around and he was saying, "Oh, yeah, this is out wherever he was around Albuquerque, somewhere out in the desert. I mean, we don't have deserts over here where I am. We're in the green belt. Everything is green trees and creeks and wildlife and birds and cows and it's all green. Everything is just green. It's called the green belt. For that reason, could be the biggest drought in Australia. This year is still green.
The biggest drought, it's still green. You said.
Yep. That's when the bushfires come through, they didn't burn in around Wollongbar. They went about on top of the mountain ranges behind us is what they call the Great Dividing Range. You probably have seen it on a map of Australia. The Great Dividing Range runs from Cairns in North Queensland all the way down the east coast, all the way right down to Victoria. Well, that's just over that way as I'm looking out the window, and I can see the Great Dividing Range. Well, that went up in flames, but between it to me to the beach, it's called the Green Belt, and it's just sugar cane and everything like that. 10:59 he was on. Hang on, how long ago was that? Oh God, that was 3 hours ago. I'll see if he's still there. It might be gone, I think. No, it wasn't that. No, somebody else come on before. Who was it come on? Somebody sent me a message before. Might have been Cosmic. Don't know. I better have a look at me. Oh, I know that was. Yeah. I told them I'm sick. I told somebody I was sick today. I didn't want to go out. And they keep ringing me up. Well, I'll see them tomorrow. All that. What's that? Yeah.
Hey, Cosmic, you can move to my state. There's plenty of jobs here.
What should we do with Cosmic? I'd love to. I know he's got a bald head. Is that from all the friction that he lost all his hair off his head from putting up between the back end of a moose's back legs? When he puts his head up between the back legs. So that rub all the hair off, I think. Is Kangaroo Island Australian? Kangaroo Island is off the coast of South Australia, yes, and it caught fire. It did. It went up. It burnt out. It's actually a very famous video of the bushfires at Kangaroo Island. And the people are standing down on the beach with their horses, and the kangaroos come running down through the burning trees. And one kangaroo was on fire, and it was burning alive, and people grabbed it and threw it into the ocean to put it out. What the peninsula looks like a mini Italy. What are you talking about, Buser? Where are you talking about, Kangaroo Island, or where? I'm not down there. I'm up near Byron Bay. Type in Byron Bay, and that's where you'll find me. That's where I am, Byron Bay. Byron, Byron Bay, Bay. Anyway, so what else is new up around your neck of the woods?
Not a whole lot. There's less
Married?
stuff in the stores. Like you have to order more
Married?
stuff online. What?
Married? Kids?
No,
Single?
no. Just
Well,
poor old me.
why can't your birds fly? Well, mainly because they're called emus, Cosmic. Emus don't fly. They can run the pants off a kangaroo. Bum, 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 bum.
Cosmic's probably gonna. If Cosmic goes to Australia, he'll try jumping a kangaroo and riding it.
We have emu races out here. Actually, like they have in Saudi Arabia, they have ostrich races. We actually have kangaroo races out here. Sorry, emu races. They do have a kangaroo sort of event where you got to try and run and chase one, but you don't have much chance of doing that because they'll just bounce away. But if the big red bull gets hold of you, he'll kick the living shit out of you. They got a big claw in the front of their back feet, their feet, and they go like that. They'll rip you open. Do you remember that stream Jack did of me when I first come on, and he put the picture of that big kangaroo up, and he said, "Hominoid, sorry, I couldn't get your picture up there." He said, "I put up a kangaroo."
I do not remember that.
Well, that kangaroo was a very famous Australian kangaroo. He died. He's on a kangaroo farm. A guy found him as a baby, and what's this one? Cosmic says what it is. They got like Gladiator. What's this? I'll try and take down an emu. Oh. I'd love to see you take down an emu. Actually, I'll play you an emu video. Actually, I'll do it this way. I made a funny out of it, actually. I said, Jack, what are you doing with the emus? And these emus, this guy was driving down the road, in typical outback Australia, and these a herd of emus, I think it'll be emu video, what's a pod of emus? No, not pod. Clan, group, gang, herd. Oh God, I can't think of the word. Emu. I'll just put emu funny. I should be able to find it. Where is he? Well, there's emu's attack. Well, that's one you definitely don't want to see. You ever seen an emu attack anybody?
No, but it would be fun to see one attack Cosmic.
Well, since the stupid ad finishes on this stupid radio, I'll play it. Here it goes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this was a couple of American tourists come out here, and I'll replay it. Here it comes.
Oh my God.
Like, what does he think he's doing?
Yeah, it just keeps chasing you. If they kick you, they'll really nail into you because they've got big nails on their feet. And then there's the one where you got that guy was dancing. Oh, here it is. Oh, look, I wish it. Hang on, I'll just see if I can bring it up on YouTube. I just don't know if I can do it. You love this one. This guy is driving his car in outback Australia, and he stops, and he sees the emus. Yeah, what's this?
Storm brewing in the background.
See what he's doing? He's lying on the road, waving his legs,
Emus are slowly walking over.
and all the emus are coming. Have a look. You can see the emus coming.
Yep.
What's he up to?
See them coming?
Gonna
That's
be
what he's
fun,
doing.
huh?
Look, see, he's lying on his back, waving his legs in the air, and all the emus are quizzitive, and they all come down to have a look. This is how inquisitive emus are. Have you ever seen anything like it?
I've seen a bunch of dumb cows.
You what? See now, look. So he puts his feet down. Now look, puts his feet back up again. Then they all come back again. Look how close they come. Look, these are wild emus. These aren't.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy, isn't it? You look how close they get. As soon as he puts his feet down, they run away. Look, they're gone. Oh, Cosmic. And they're not dumb, Cosmic. What do you think? Do you think we should let Cosmic come in? Come on, Cosmic. Come on in. Come and talk to Mr. Scott. Cosy. Come on, Cosy. Yeah, Cosy. You know, Cosmic actually, nickname for Cosmic over is Cossy, Cossy. You know those Speedos swimwear you wear, you know, the little tiny briefs? What they wear in the Olympic Games? That's what we call Cossies. So when you say Cosmic, I picture a pair of Speedos. And then I picture Cosmic wearing a bright pink pair of Speedos with little tassels on them, you know, very gay-like sort of stuff. Because Jack told me that Cosmic's like wearing pink when he's not on camera.
He likes to wear them with tassels? What?
Oh, yeah. See, now, Cosmic, you don't deny you don't like pink. Because we've seen that video with you, the hat, and you got that hat with the two prongs out, you know, that funny hat he's got. It's got pink on it. Yeah. So Cosmic does like pink.
Alexa, have you seen Seinfeld? Maybe his real name is Cosmo.
Yeah, maybe it is. Well, I mean, he is pretty wacky. I mean, he is from another planet.
Yeah, that would explain a lot.
Yeah. I wonder what Cosmic's girlfriend looks like. I wonder if she's human.
You
Cosmic, do you have a
you just
girlfriend?
draw a couple eyes on your hand and a mouth, and then you just, hey, I found Cosmic's girlfriend, and you just do the.
Oh, that's Cosmic's girlfriend there, you see. So what you do, you get a pencil and you draw a couple of eyes and a mouth on it, and that's Cosmic's girlfriend.
Yeah.
You win that.
You should bring her on the show next time.
Yeah. What's her name again? Miss Palmer. Yeah, Miss Palmer.
Yeah. Rosie Palmer.
Yeah, Rosie Palmer. Yeah. Spit and lick, I think they call her.
She only does shine jobs.
Oh, somebody's got a shiny head. We love it, Cosy. You won't come on. There's a chat's open. Anybody else wants to come on? By all means, come on in. I don't even know if Alexa's still there. I mean, I can see Alexa saying so. You, Cosy, a woman can't be friendly with you. What the? Yeah.
Look what Kaz said. Does that mean he has a boyfriend? I'm so confused.
I'm all confused too. Pablo. Who's Pablo? Pablo used to be a cup of coffee we used to have over here. Pablo coffee. Tasted like crap. No, close. Santiago. Oh, Diego. Still have protective feathers. I see your boob. Boo. He's a bit worried.
Alexa, come on the show.
Yeah, Alexa. Yeah, come on, Alexa. Yeah, come on. Let's all say it together. Alexa, We want Alexa, Alexa, Alexa. We want Alexa, Alexa, Alexa. Alexa, Alexa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We want Alexa. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Rah, rah, rah.
Rah, rah, rah. Cosmic. No,
Hoorah.
no,
Boo, Cosmic. Boo.
no. Yeah. Yeah, he reckoned he didn't mute me there one day. He banned me there one day. He was on his show and he come in and I said something to him on the chat and he blocked me. And he reckoned he didn't block me. But when I went to go back on, the thing came up the screen said you've been blocked. Oh, King Caprio, he's back. Oh, hang on, where did he just go?
Hi, King Caprio. You
Yo,
should come on the show.
Turtles. Yeah. King Caprio. Here you go. Wait a minute. I'll put you on. I'll add it so we can find it.
I'm not showing my face because I work for.
No. This is a friend of mine in Sydney. He went out with me on my birthday. There you go. King Caprio. Can you see the link on the chat? Just click on it. Can you see the link, King Caprio? Yeah, just click on that link, and you'll come in on the stream and say good day to not Cosmic, which is actually Mr. Scott. He's over in Central America. And anyway, we'll see if he comes in anyway. He might not. He might be out working. He does what Cosmic does. He plays around with a lot of grass and mows lawns for a living. I think.
Yeah, if Cosmic wants a job, why doesn't he just go hang out in the parking lot of Home Depot?
Oh, Alexa, there she is.
Hey, y'all.
Hello, Alexa. Really? Well, I had my other family come in.
I'm sorry,
Alexa,
what?
you don't have a picture.
I don't.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hey.
in case Cosmic tries stalking you, is that it? Okay.
How can I see the chat? Hold on.
Well, chat should be there somewhere.
Oh, I
he's on
can
your-
see the comments.
Yeah. It's one mate. I just lost him somewhere. King Carpio, come on in. Come on, you can bring your face in there as well. You can use your mobile phone. It's Turtle. I know it's you, Turtle. Click on it. Click on that link. I know it's a turtle.
So,
Yeah,
Alexa, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I just want to say that I don't need Cos's ass to be on Hammond's show. I was just trying to be nice to him, and then he's like, "Oh, you my girlfriend? You flirting with me?" It's like, boy, bye.
Cosmic, you're so desperate. Next thing you'll be flirting with me next. You'd be trying to take me out on a taco date. I know him. No thanks. You'll be out there slipstreaming all those coyotes. He's terrible, boy.
Next thing you know, he'll slip something in your taco.
Yeah, probably his weenie. His wiener, I think they call it. Sounds like smooth. He thinks you're smooth, I think. That's what he's trying to say. Anyway. Come on, King Carpio, Turtle. Come on the stream. There's two things above your comment. There's a thing that says HTTPS. Click on that and join in. Anyway, the wind is rattling. I got two sliding doors in my room that go like that. They shut the door, and the wind hits them. They sounds like somebody knocking all the time. But anyway, I'm just resting my knee up today. I'm having one day at home. I'm not going out anywhere. I'm not going down the beach. I'm not going to go down to help the other people. I'm just doing my own thing today. I'm sitting here relaxing. Yeah. I wonder if Cosmic's got a job yet. So what do you know, Alexa? What's new in your neck of the woods?
It was pouring this morning, and then I took my dog for a pup cup, and then we saw some peacocks.
Mm.
Yeah. Hey, Cos, what's your did I get Cosmic's real name? Is it Pablo or is it Juan?
I don't know his real name. I just call him the
I was just messing with him.
Yeah, I know. Well, he's got Free Jerry written on his thing, but now I don't know. Is Free Jerry, is that another American show or something, or whatever? I mean, like, obviously his first name's not really Cosmic. It's not really Marauder. I know it's not Coyote. He's not really white. I mean, he's part white. I mean, he's a creamy color.
All right, I'm not gonna lose sleep over guessing your name, Cos. So you can fuck off.
Well, listen, King Carpy's here. Hello, King Carpy. Hello. What are you doing?
Yo, Turtle.
Turtle. What are you doing, Turtle?
Hey, man, not much, bro. How are you? How's things, brother?
Getting better. Welcome to Alexa. She's in, I think, Texas somewhere, aren't you, Texas? Oh, there he is.
Nice.
He's good.
Hey.
And you got Not Cosmic, which is Mr. Scott, who's out in Midwestern America.
Oh, hey, Scott.
So I just got to go outside, a bit better lighting, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Turtle's not listening to the whole chat. He's. How are you, Turtle? Where are you?
I am
Walking
all right,
around
mate.
the You're at home.
I'm just having finished my burger. I'm from Sydney, guys, so I met Mr. Hominoid at the Red Cow.
Tell them what a red cow is. It's not a red cow, people. It's a red cow. Tell them what the red cow is.
I thought he said
It's just
turkey.
like it's a pub in Sydney, in Penrith, New South Wales. I like it.
It's a very big. Yeah, it's a very big pub. It's a little bit famous. It's right opposite the Penrith train station. And
yeah.
they used to, how they got their clientele in, they renovated, and then they had chicken schnitzels with gravy or mushroom and whatever else, and salad and chips or whatever for $5. Then it went up to $6. Then it went to $7. Then it went to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now it's up to, I don't know what it's up to now, but everybody's faded away. So they got their money back by people coming in and getting a cheap schnitzel or a cheap steak lunch, and then the people will stay there and pay the money in the pokies. But then once they put the price of the food up, nobody really goes there anymore. I went there the other week before I left Sydney and it was empty. Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
And that's where we met.
I shut off my headphones.
Yes, you were sitting there on the third machine from the left, or the fourth from the right, and the lady on the corner on the right. And then I walked in the middle, and he was sitting there, and he started talking about I was playing and feature, or he got a feature. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you kept getting all the features.
Yep.
And I can tell you the exact date. That was the day I dropped back the rent-a-car that I got that they gave me for 3 weeks when I rid off the Hyundai. And I'd just come back from this house up here. So I had that rental car up here. And I just drove all the way back down to Sydney for a day. And I was home there for a day. And then I dropped it over to Penrith. And then I walked from the car rental agency. And I went in there and met you. And then he went out with me out to Kemps Creek Bowling Club for my birthday.
Bowling Club.
Yep. And old Peter was out there. Well, he rang me up there the other day and he
Peter,
apologized. Yeah, he rang me up there the other day and apologized.
What for?
You know what I told him, what he said no to. But he wouldn't give me a reason. Anyway.
You still talk to Peter, Mr. Hominoid?
No, not really. He's too far away. He's too old. He's 78 years old. He's worth a bit of money.
Makes sense.
But he's he's got emphysema, so he's got a low tolerance for people. He just I don't know what I'm doing. He's like that now. You know, he's had it. He's stuffed.
Yeah.
I think you outside somewhere. I can't really see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just in my backyard, so just have a bit of fresh air. So at the moment in Sydney it's overcast, so I think it's got to rain later on, so the weather doesn't look too good. But hopefully it's just like nice and cloudy, nice and cool. You know, it's just been in Sydney. It's just been summer to winter in like a one hit. You know, pretty much. You know, it's getting cold. So
right.
But you know what can you do?
Here it's blue skies, little fluffy white clouds, and out the other window I've got rain clouds over the Great Dividing Range.
Yeah, you're
So
up
it's
at
hot. It's
Mullumbimby,
humid,
wasn't it?
actually.
I seen one of the videos of Mullumbimby, wasn't it?
Wollongong. Yeah, I went to Mullumbimby there the other day, and I also went to Toyalgum, and I went to Tabulum, and I went to another tea and another tea. I done all the teas for some reason. All the towns called tea around here. It's an
Yeah.
Aboriginal word. A lot of Aboriginal words start with T and M. Anyway, you combing your hair
nice.
or something. So
No,
what
you're
are you
very
doing,
soft,
Mr.
though.
Scott? What?
Sounds soft.
Oh, your hair.
Like the
Looks like you
sound is
had-
very soft. I'll have to try and find my headphones.
Oh, right. Okay. You still there with
Yeah.
me, Mr. Scott? Or not Cosmic? Or Alexa? You still there? You want to ask him a question about Sydney?
I'm here.
You want to ask my
You
friend
ask me
about
anything
Sydney?
you want in Sydney.
Huh? Do you know Daniel?
No.
Last name?
No, you wouldn't know. Daniel's a gay guy who lives down Sydney.
Oh, I don't think so then.
No, he's from Western Australia. He's another YouTuber.
Oh,
I don't know
right.
why I thought he was from Sydney for
Yeah,
some
no,
reason.
but Sydney is it's 80 miles from the east to west, and it's 100 miles north to south. So there's a lot of people
Yeah.
in Sydney.
Oh, okay.
I convert for them back to miles because they're in miles, Turtle. They're in miles over
Yeah.
there, not kilometres. So I easily just convert it back. And then in the middle of that, you've got the Parramatta, Sydney Harbour, Parramatta River, and then the Hawkesbury River.
So, Alexa.
Alexa, he's asking you a question. Alexa.
Oh, I'm so
Is he still there?
sorry. I was talking, but I was on mute.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's all right.
It-
What's Texas like? What's the weather like over there?
So I moved here like 3 years ago. It's very hot. It's always hot and humid here. So
Hot in Texas at the moment.
yes. So right now, let me see.
Yeah.
Y'all, yes. You guys see the temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit?
Celsius would be more so. Yeah.
Let me see if I can
I'd like to go to Texas one day.
really.
Oh, I'll be something different than bloody Sydney, that's for sure. Sorry, Mr.
Yeah.
Hominoid.
Yes, it wouldn't be as humid. I don't think Texas would be as humid.
I'm trying to see
don't
if
know.
I can. So it's
Is it
60.
humid over there, Alexa?
It is. It was
That's
80
crazy.
degrees.
In Texas.
Yes.
80 degrees. Well, that's about,
But that's
that?
Fahrenheit.
well, what's that in Celsius? Hang on. 80 is
Let me see.
Ah, here's my
30,
headphones here.
35.
Yay.
Got my headphones.
Oh,
So I can probably hear better too.
well, you can plug them in because all we can see is you walking around. It's making us feel giddy underneath an awning or a shed or something. Tin roof above your head. At least he doesn't do a jack. He doesn't do a jack, people, does he? He doesn't put the camera up his nostrils. Have you noticed that?
So 80 degrees in Fahrenheit is 27 degrees Celsius.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's his sort of temperature at the moment.
But it's humid. I don't know. How's the temperature in Sydney?
That's better. That's a lot better. Temperature, it's like 7 degrees at the moment. Basically, in
So
Sydney, we just get like a cold snap. So it gets from here, it gets from summer to winter, just like that, pretty much in Sydney. But it's just like,
So
one of
he's
those
gone
things
from
that
80 down to 60 at the moment.
yeah,
You guys have Christmas in summer, right?
Yep.
yeah, pretty much, yeah, and the stinky
We
bloody
have a
hot
hot-
too as well. So
yeah. We actually have a funny thing that happens on Christmas Day that happened 5 years in a row. There's a town out the southwest of Bathurst, Lithgow, called, I'll think of his name in a minute. And on Christmas Day, it gets so hot, it actually snows in the middle of town.
What?
yeah, even in spring. Remember in October, Hominoid, in spring in October 2013, it was just middle of spring.
Snow.
It just started blizzard.
Snowing.
Yeah, like basically like blizzard. It was
Yeah,
so
snow.
cold
Yeah.
and like
Yeah, we get this weird
which is
thing
crazy.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm trying to think of the name of the town.
Why is Scott
Look,
quiet?
sorry?
Hominoid keeps talking.
That's
Because
nothing new.
Well, when I'm here by myself, I've got to talk when I'm here all alone, but I'll let you talk. Keep going there, Turtle. Keep
Turtle.
talking to Alexa. Keep
Yeah.
asking Alexa. You're going, I'll look this place up and I'll tell you where it was.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Alexa, what's the time over there at the moment in Texas?
It's 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. And I have
Wow.
to I'm trying to finish some work, so I was listening in the background, but then Hami asked me to get on, but not complaining.
Yeah.
I'd like people
Mr.
to come.
Hominoid, he's a very nice bloke.
Blaney.
You know, he travels a lot. You know, yeah, Blaney.
So how do you know
how do I
Hami?
met?
Well, we
Basically a mate up. Yeah.
met at standing at a. Oh, sorry. We call it poker machines. You call it slot machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was playing the
So
slots. I walked in from
Yeah.
dropping off a rent car. I stood on the machine to his right, playing another machine, another slot machine. But then he kept winning jackpots or winning free spins. And then he said, "Oh, turtle, turtle, turtle." So then I made a video of him playing the pokies. We call them pokies. So what's up? I said we're pokies. You know, I'm talking about slot machines.
Oh, you have a
So he's
video
Yeah,
of
down there.
that?
You
that's
can
right.
actually see him on my channel, way, way down, about last October.
One time ago.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
no,
Blaney.
Hominoid is Blaney. Yeah, Blaney. Then was it Oberon after that, Mr. Hominoid?
Yeah, Oberon had snow as well, but Blaney about
Blaney.
20 or 30 years ago. I
By
remember
users bowing out. So
by
just
user, well, not user. Oh, user's gone, has he? Oh,
yes.
yeah, user
Sounds
naughty
like it.
word.
So
That's his. Yeah, he's been a very naughty boy to user. We never heard his voice, by the way. We just know he's. I'll tweet out of tomorrow, Cosmic. Oh, hello. That sounds so good. I'll ship you a new toy out tomorrow, Cosmic. Oh, that sounds lovely. What sort of toy is that? It sounds like a sex toy or something. Night, everyone. So Homie hit on him. Oh, he's thinking I hit on you, Turtle. Cosmic is over in New Mexico. Everybody to him is gay, right? Everybody's gay. Jack's gay. Howard's gay. The Moose are gay. The coyotes are gay. The dingoes are gay. Politicians are gay.
I don't think I heard Cos call Jack or Howard gay. Did you, Cosmic?
Oh, yes, he has. He has
Oh
in the
boy.
past.
Maybe
Well-
Cos is gay. And he's
I
trying to
wouldn't be
hide it.
surprised. You know, with that big black mustache, he looks like the village people.
yeah.
YMCA. YMCA.
Cos knows for what? Knows for Jack and Howard are not gay, or know for you're not gay?
I think it's just a joke on the stream. That's all, because he does it. It's his way of saying shut up. You know, he says, "Oh, you're being gay." It's like these young kids were down here the other day, and they said, "Oh, that is so gay."
But you know how
And
there
I
are
said-
some people who are gay, but they don't want to come out, so they just try to flirt with everybody just to hide that they're not gay. Causes that you
Basically
Well,
hiding the
that's right.
feelings inside.
possible.
Yeah.
You never know these days, you know.
I don't give a rat's ass, because I mean, like, I drove a cab for 17 years, and as Turtle knows, I don't give a rat's ass. I mean, I've as I said earlier on
Yeah.
the stream, I picked up transsexuals, transvestites, premiers, prime ministers, drove Bob Hawke, Sir Roden Cutler, which is a former New South Wales Governor General, Poison Midnight Oil, Peter Garrett, took him home. He still lives at Randwick. You know where that is, don't you, Turtle? Randwick. Well, he
That's
lives
down in the city. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he lives
Yeah.
just around the back of the Randwick shops, actually.
Yep.
KFC is about 300-400 yards away from his house. That's about the only clue I'm ever going to give you.
Yeah.
So if you want to see Peter Garrett hang down there, he stopped singing. Then he went into Labor in federal government about 20 years ago, and now he's doing whatever he's doing. I think he just does performances around the place occasionally. I don't know what Peter Garrett's up to. He's what's that song he sings? What's that song most Americans know Peter Garrett for?
Was it
No, I
Roy
just
Robinson?
trying to remember.
Hang on.
Not sure off the top of my head, but
Just type in his name. Peter Garrett is dancing Midnight Oil. Peter Garrett. Beds Are Burning is one of them. Did you get that one, Alexa? Beds, BEDS, are burning.
Beds Are Burning. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know that song?
I actually don't.
I do. I know that song.
Yeah, well, as soon as the ad stops on this stupid phone of mine, I'll play a little bit so Alexa can hear Beds Are Burning. And then she'll say, "Oh, I know that song now. That was on so-and-so show."
Yeah. Basically, you go listen to the lyrics and the chorus, and you'll know the song pretty much.
Here it is now.
Yeah. It's an old song. It's like 70s. Isn't it, Turtle?
80s.
80s. Yeah.
You remember now, Alexa?
Not really.
This is it here.
Peter Garrett's in one of those musics. Yeah.
That's him there. Hang on a sec. I'll turn him around. I'll turn it back a bit.
Yeah.
Actually, he's got the same four-wheel drive as me. Oop, shit, I lost you. I'll come back. I just dropped myself out. Sorry. You just talk for a second. I just accidentally dropped myself.
What?
You're there?
Yes.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, I'm still here.
I lost my screen.
We still see it. It's still moving.
Yeah, no, Mr. Turtle. I can still see Turtle.
Right, I think I'm back.
Have you ever picked up Paul Hogan or any half Mexicans from New Mexico?
Paul Hogan lives up the road from me. There we go. I'm coming. I'll just lost my mouse. Boom. Oh, there he is.
Oh, it's two of them. There he is.
There's two of me.
Oh no, there's two hominoids.
There's two of them.
Can't take it.
Oh boy, how did this happen?
What's going on, Mr. Hominoid?
I don't know. I'm gonna take one out.
Oh, there you go. That's good. That's better.
I took one out.
Yeah, my mum's actually in Las Vegas. Hey, Mr. Hominoid and Alexa and Los Combi. My mum's actually in Las Vegas right now at the moment.
What have I done?
she
I've got double
partying?
echo.
I'm not. I think so. Yeah,
Was
but
it
she's in Nevada, Las Vegas.
No,
So.
you're echoing.
That's cool.
Turtles echoing.
I'm echoing, am I?
I don't think he is hominoid.
Wait, is that better, Turtle? Is that better, Turtle?
Yeah, I mean, I can hear turtle.
Oh, okay.
Well, I can hear.
Wait, you've eaten
two, but I
turtle
got-
before?
Oh, I wanted to,
I'll come.
but Mr. Hominoid will be upset.
What?
Oh, she goes, have you ever tried? Yeah, it's a little bit better.
I don't know what's happened. I've got echo, bro. And every
Can
time
you hear us
Turtle
now?
talks, like, have you got your TV on in the background?
Not me, nah.
Oh, well. Okay, so we're still got Alexa.
Oh no, I was asking you guys if you've had turtle before.
Have I had turtle?
No,
What do
have
mean
you had
eating?
turtle?
No, I haven't. I don't ever wanna.
Don't ever want.
Mr.
Well, hang
Hominoid
on,
will be
this
upset.
turtle What? Yeah, someone ate you? Yeah.
Cosmic's gonna
Oh, I
go
see
find
what
a turtle now.
Cause
Just to
are you?
piss off
I don't
Homer.
know what's going on.
He's probably gonna go
Cosmic,
find a
get on
turtle
the
just to piss off
live.
Homer.
Ew.
I
So
don't know
I was
what's going on.
following this page. It was like Chinese cooking on Instagram long time ago. And normally they give a disclaimer. There was no disclaimer. There was this steamed turtle and this girl was peeling off the skin. I was like, unfollow. I can't watch this. That was disturbing.
Oh, right.
That was
That's
disturbing.
crazy. But I never ever tried turtle, and I probably never will. So
Yeah, me either.
Oh, I see what I've done. I put myself on 6 screens.
What?
How'd you?
I
bloody
got 6 windows open.
Wow. Hey, Hami, I have to bow out. I have to finish some work and then I have to go to bed. It's almost like 11:15. But Fridays are good for me. I can come on Friday and spend some more time because Saturday's off. It was
Is
nice
that your
meeting
Friday
you.
night, my Saturday morning?
No, Friday night is your Saturday morning.
What did I just say?
yeah,
You
Mr.
said
Homer, I got to shit off
Sunday.
too as well. I got to shit off too
Yeah,
as well.
yeah,
So
yeah. Her Friday night is our Saturday morning. Yeah, we're
Yes.
14 hours ahead, I think.
Yes.
What's
yeah,
it
we
now
are.
exactly there? Because it's 2:12 p.m. over here.
Yeah, same
Okay.
as in Sydney.
What time's it
All right.
in Texas?
11:15, close to 11:15 p.m.
So you are 15 hours behind.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, well, 11, 12, 1, 2 plus 12. That's 15. 15 hours behind.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But I'll
Okay,
I'll
Alex.
hopefully see
We'll
you
see-
Friday. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
I'll
Bye,
hear from you
Scott.
Friday night.
See ya.
Bye, Alexa.
Man, what time? What time your
Bye,
time?
King.
What time your
See ya.
time,
chat.
Alexa?
We'll chat on Twitter before that. We have the whole week.
Oh, right. Okay.
All right. Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
I got to shit off too,
Okay.
Turtle. I'll talk to you later.
You're gonna go turtling off, are you?
I got to go turtling off.
Bye,
Yeah.
turtle.
Yes, you're gonna hop back in your.
I'll talk to you later.
I'll take you down the bio.
Gonna get back in my shell.
That'll make you happy.
Yeah. All right. See you later.
Bye. You gone? I think.
When you said you met him in the Pokies, I thought you meant jail.
No, that's cosmic sort of poking.
All the old timers used to call Pokey jail around here, so I was like, you met him in jail.
Nah. I still got 2 more hominoids up here. I'm going to try and get rid of one of them.
Man, if there was a clone of
so I got
you,
that.
the world would not be safe.
Stop microphone.
Cosmic said he can't hear us.
Oh, I wonder if that's going to clear it up. Does that clear it up? I think I did. Oh, good. Now I don't get the double echo. But anyway, it's still there.
Are you still alive? I think everyone left.
I'm here. I'm here. You got me?
I don't see anyone else in the comment section or the chat.
Oh, but you can still hear me.
Yeah, but the show end, and you were just
No.
doing StreamYards?
No, it's just you and I talking at the moment. Other people will drop in. This is what I do with all the time. Cosmic says no sound.
Yeah, he said that about 6-7 minutes ago. I think the show is dead.
Cosmic, sweetheart, darling, Cosmic, we love you. Join in.
There's Alexa.
Come on, Cosy. We'll rub your belly like a nice coyote.
Ain't rubbing his belly. It's probably diseased. And
yeah, look, he'd love it. He'd love it on the belly. Oh, look, Cosy. Look. We're terrible, aren't we?
Just a little bit.
What's this thing up here?
Alexa from
I clicked on something that
Texas.
says, yes, we are live. And it's got, oh, g'day, everyone. Oh, is that the show you're watching at the moment?
No, I'm just chatting at Alexa because I can. Because she's the only one in chat. Because Cosmic's gay and he left.
Yeah, I know he's gay, yeah. Cosmic likes being gay, yeah.
He's got no job, nowhere else to be, and he's not here. I mean, this should be his job. We should pay him. I will pay him on PayPal if he comes on the show.
For some reason, I've now got you double echoing.
Double echoing.
Double, and that's what's coming in like. I have no idea what's going on. When I try to play that music video, it's sort of really upset everything. Anyway, so when do you end up going back to work?
I have to work in about 8 hours, less than 8 hours. I have to be up in less than 7 hours, so I should probably be going to bed soon too.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll keep Cosmic happy. I'm going to finish up now. I'm going to have a nap. And it'll be how long until your daylight? 6 hours?
About 6.5 hours till the sun rises.
All right. So that'll be 6 and 2 is 8. I'll come back on 10 o'clock tonight, my time.
Ah, cool. Okay.
All right. 10 o'clock my
Alrighty
time, about 8 hours from now. But anyway, you got your phone with you. You can listen in. This has been fun, you know, having a talk to Mr. Scott and tormenting me. Living the crap out of Cosmic. And we had my mate Turtle come on. And we've
Turtle.
we had Alexa. And who else did we have on? Hang on.
Was that Alexa's first time on the show?
Hey?
Was that Alexa's first time on the show?
Yeah, that was Alexa, yeah. That's the first time she's been on. I've been on her YouTube. I've been on her Twitter channel. She's got a show on Twitter.
Yeah. What's that show called?
Anyway.
Alrighty then.
I don't know what they call it. Anyway, let's all just bounce off. And I'll see you in about 8 hours.
Alrighty.
And everybody else, I will be here. But everybody, I will still be on the stream, but I won't be on live. So what I will be doing, I will repost the link. It's on the chat now. I'll put it up there so people can click on it when they're watching this. And they can come in and say, hello, Hominoid. And I'll be there, but I won't be on live. I'll just be in a private room. Okay, well, I'll see you later, Mr. Scott. Well, not Cosmic.
Alrighty. Talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later, mate. Thank you for coming on.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.